We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, wow. Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers. Welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com, and most importantly, SideScrollersPlus.com. What's going on, everybody? Hey, happy post-Christmas. Here we are, ready to go, powering into 2026. Great to see everybody joining us today. We got a great crew, and man, so much to talk about. You're gone for a week, and just things go crazy. People are dying. Got all sorts of nonsense to talk about today. Blabs is not joining us today as her computer went kaput, but she'll be back tomorrow as apparently some sheer incompetence happened. So joining us today, her replacement, her true gamer replacement, the greatness that is Kay from Melee Games. Hello, Kay.
Oh, hi, guys. I've been really addicted to Skyrim. It's bad. I got it Christmas Eve. I have 30 hours.
That's what makes you a true gamer.
It's bad. I've been a Morrowind supremacist my whole life, and I was like, I'm finally going to give this game a chance. I can't live this way forever, and I'm addicted. It's bad.
Well, we'll help you fight through that addiction here.
Thank you.
And we're glad. I too played a new game for me this over Christmas break. I'm in the process of it, in which I'm actually very intrigued to talk to you more about today. Kind of the premise. It came for the Switch 2, which I'll tell you about here in a little bit. But first, joining us here, in addition to Kay, it is Monday, which means we are joined by the greatness that is Yellow Flash. Hello, Flash.
That's right. Hail me.
Hail you, dude.
How the fuck are you just now playing Skyrim? The game is literally on everything. I'm pretty sure it's on a calculator.
I know, and I own it in so many different places and so many different points in my life. I'm like, I will give this game a chance, fine, but I'm just one of those people. It's like Morrowind has the most rich lore. It's the best game ever. I didn't even play Oblivion for ages because it's like, screw this. No, it doesn't get better. I was like, okay, fine, I'll give it a chance. And yeah, it's crack.
Well, everyone has their habits, which I'm sure that this guy absolutely has had a few habits over his years. Bringing him back to the show again on this wonderful Monday, a longtime ally of Kay.
Ally of Kay? Well, I guess so.
What a weird way to say
What's up, Minute 2? How are you?
I thought you were going to say longtime ally of gays.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
I'm just everybody's best friend, I suppose.
How's it going, brother?
Good. How y'all been? Merry Christmas, chat. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year very soon. It's good to see everybody. Kay, I can't believe that you finally are playing Skyrim. You disappoint me severely.
Bro, I know. It's been like 15 years since that game's been out. I'm so late.
Are you at least playing on a refrigerator like a normal gamer?
I'm playing the worst version entirely possible. I'm playing the broken Switch 2 port.
Why?
I really wanted it portable.
Yeah.
I really wanted it portable, so I'm playing it.
She truly is a hardcore video gamer, isn't she?
She couldn't just get it on like Steam Deck? Like what the fuck?
It runs on Steam Deck. I can tell you this from experience.
She could have gone out and got it on a TI-83 and it would have been fine. You know, I'm just saying. My goodness. Kay, welcome back to the show.
I have it on Steam Deck, but I'm playing it on Switch 2.
Oh my God. All right. So here you go.
I'm sure it's 60 frames a second on Steam Deck. Runs 30 frames a second on Switch 2.
Dozens of frames, Kay.
Can imagine that. They can't even get that game running.
You're going to make me toe tap a shotgun at this point. Please play it on something better.
It's the worst version possible.
Late now, she's got 30 fucking hours into it.
Yeah, she can't just stop.
I can't abandon Beavis the Dark Elf, okay? I have to
Beavis?
play a story. Yes, Beavis.
It's excellent. Well, someone who loves his frames, joining us straight from the hood after an immense illness over the holiday break. He's back and better than ever. It's Phoenix.
How y'all doing? I'm done vomiting and shitting my entire body weight just this morning. We're good. I'm ready. And ladies and gentlemen, I am empty now. There is nothing left to protrude from my orifices.
Hey, just a quick show of hands. If you vomited over the holiday break, please raise your hand.
You know what? How about this? How many of you have shit your pants and vomited in a private jet? So just going to put that up there. Hi, everybody. How's
What?
that?
Wait, over the holiday break?
Yeah. So I was in a tiny plane. It was about a 6 or 7 seater, and your boy Phoenix had norovirus. And so everyone else, I'm sure, also has norovirus, because here's what happened. I was on there, and I said, excuse me, fucking walking disaster. It was a behemoth next to me. I didn't say that, but I'm like, do you mind giving me your little barf bag? Because I didn't have one. So I filled that up, and then I filled up everyone else's barf bags. All I had left was my jacket, so I started vomiting in that. And then the extra surprise was, well, it looks like I'm done vomiting, but what's that percolating? Oh, it's me shitting my pants in front of 7 other people and 2 pilots.
Wow. That is an amazing story.
It was a beautiful Christmas Eve morning, and for 2 hours we just sloshed around in human filth and excrement.
They didn't do an emergency landing or anything. They just had to sit
Nope.
there.
Nope.
Wow.
Yeah, it was exciting. I can't tell you. It's really enjoyable as an adult male to shit your pants constantly, where you have to shake it out your pant leg. How y'all doing, everybody?
God.
He shitted and farted.
Holy.
He shitted and farted. He farted and he shitted and he shitted and farted.
Yep.
You're officially more Indian than me, bro. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate
Wow, you
it.
really took remove poo literally.
I really did. It was fun.
Hey, way to tough it out. We appreciate you, Phoenix.
Thank you.
What a star, huh? What
Thank
a
you.
star.
I appreciate it.
It's good.
Thank you. I do deserve that. Thank you.
Amazing. I look forward to one day being able to recreate that in just as a skit. You know,
Let's
I
do
think that'd be just imagining everybody no.
I'll tell you, the funniest part is when you hit defeated, right? That was the funny, where I'm almost giggling to myself, is where you're trying to hold it in. You recognize not going to happen. And then you're just like, you know what? Let's just go for it. I'm just going to shit my pants a 3rd time now.
Just erase it. Just shake it out. Little gravy leg never hurt nobody.
Yep.
A little gravy leg.
Yep.
Yeah, you ain't gravy legging?
Yeah.
It's a new hotness.
You
I
just
think I'm
lift your
gonna
leg
vomit.
up to let the pressure come out a little
God.
bit easier. You lift up just a little bit, and you just, we're just going to let that go.
I'm just imagining Phoenix. Phoenix is shaking, trying to hold it in.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Then you just have a dumb look of just defeat on your face, and just like, fuck it.
the poor flight attendant sitting in the jump seats, looking back at all the passengers. And
No jumps. This is a small plane, so you're it's think of like a minivan. So like everyone is just sitting next to you. You're leaking on them. You're guaranteed leaking on them.
I'm just imagine you looking up after you're trying to hold it in, and then you just kind of look, and you do the Bobby Boucher where you just go.
Yeah, pretty much.
You just
Yeah.
smile.
Yeah.
You know it's coming. Everybody knows it's coming.
Yep.
Wow. Well, we are here, ready to be coming today.
Yep. I didn't do that, but that would have been the final body fluid that could have.
I wish I never experienced this story. Dear Lord.
Yeah.
I wish we had more of these. This is outstanding.
Oh,
this
God.
is great.
Hey, I don't know why you're talking about it. Like, we walked through the streets of Seattle multiple times. You know exactly what
God,
that's.
Yeah, it was disgusting, bro. God.
Fucking Gathalion goes there in 2014 with me, and he's walking through the street, and he goes, "Mitch, you like this place? It smells like piss everywhere."
Yeah, I never understood why you were a fan of Seattle.
I love it. I'm always a fan of things that are completely contradictory to my actual personality. Because that city should have honestly thrown me on a plane and then blown the plane up.
Okay, well, that's good.
Plain talk.
Plain talk. That's right. That's right. Where is the plain talk asset when you need it? Well, it is episode 700 today of Side Scrollers, which is very cool. I didn't even know that until Blabs put in the run sheet. So episode 700 today, which means we are 300 away from 1,000, which is an arbitrary number, which we will celebrate, which is just absolutely great. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Join the 135,000. No, I'm sorry, 136,000. Just normal men who have found us over on YouTube, and the over 30,000 who have found us over on Rumble. I'm glad you're with us today. We got a lot of good things going on. A lot of Plus members signed up over Christmas break, which was great because we had a special deal going on, which you only knew it if you looked in the description over on YouTube, which, by the way, finishes today. So if you want to be a Side Scrollers Plus member, you can use promo code Xmas25 and get 50% off the entire year. Literally, today's the last day we're going to be doing that. And I'm glad you're going to become a Plus member because we have Blabs and Kay before they became mortal enemies, drinking a lot of tea and what's simply called tea-tards.
I like it.
Yeah,
wow,
that's good. So they did that while they were in Florida. Also, we had Blabs and Phoenix go to the aquarium. Look at how happy Phoenix is in that thumbnail. Isn't that
So
great?
excited. So excited.
Yeah. And coming up this Thursday, January 1st, 2026, we're kicking it off. You guys know we have Blabs Versus returning in 2026. We filmed I think eight of them so far.
Yep.
They're edited. And we're doing another one live with you guys this Thursday. She's played a lot of classics. We're going to put her in front of Celeste for the first time.
Such a great game.
It is a great game.
amazing game.
So we're going to do Celeste. And then next Thursday, she's playing the only game I've ever rage quit on. This is truly, for me, I hate this game. I'll never play it again. Jump King. You guys ever played Jump King before?
Never even heard of
Jump
it.
King.
It looks like Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
It is one of the most infuriating games you'll ever play in your entire life. It's the only game I've ever rage quit. I will never play it again. I hate it. It is
Above Super Empire?
It is. Listen, it's one of those games where there's one button. I think there's two. You can use your D-pad, the directional pad, or your arrow keys, and you use the space bar to jump. And you got to jump from place to place to place. And it's one of those games that if you don't get the jump perfect the first time, you fall all the way back to the beginning. Right?
Okay.
Oh.
It is infuriating. And as platform Jesus, right? I'm pretty good from going from left to right, going from up to down, totally different story. It's ridiculous. So please join us for the next 2 Thursdays as we are doing live Blabs versus Celeste and Jump King back to back over the next couple weeks. So join us over at Side Scrollers Plus. Those will be exclusive to our Plus members until they hit YouTube much later in 2026, probably in March or April. I think you guys are getting the big lead time on it when we do it live. So use promo code Xmas25 today and today only. Phoenix and Kay, will you do me a favor and remind me about that at the end of the show so I can let everybody know that's finishing today? Thank you. All right. And one other thing coming up on Thursday as well. The Real Game Awards voting opens on Thursday for this year's event. January 1st, voting officially opens. How exciting is that? As the show will be in February 23rd in Dallas. So tickets are, I think we have a couple tickets still available. If you guys want to go to the show, you guys can join us over at therealgameawards.com and get a ticket. All your food's included, all your drinks included, and you get to come be a part of the show. And we're going to be doing some special stuff after the show as well. So join us for the Real Game Awards coming up in February, and voting starts for all of our voting members, which includes our Plus members, on Thursday. So yes, there we go. All right. Big show today. Glad to be back. It was good to have a break. Good to separate, but here we go. We're getting into it. We always like to start the show with a little bit of disappointment, and Blabs is not here. But well, we'll see. We'll see how much people are disappointed by today in gaming history.
Today in gaming history with Blabs.
That's me.
The Fart Queen is not with us today, but her wretched smell is. Here is the smell of today
She
in gaming
stinks?
history.
I would have thought that she's clean, but
listen, you don't. This is a good
you've
question.
met her. I've never met her. So,
Kay, how bad does Blab smell?
Look, I put her in her place, but that's a bit too far for me.
I know.
don't
I was
if
just
can
kidding.
do
I was just
that.
kidding. I know.
It was
She's
about
fu-
sending a message, Craig. It wasn't about ruining her whole life.
Let's just say that the plane aftermath smelled a little bit better. It was a
no.
Damn.
All I was saying,
inside out.
is her. I'm sure she's watching right now, going, "You." But her gaming picks are bad. With that said, here are her picks today. Chaos Control. Well, let's say, Kay, why don't you present this as Blabs if you can?
I do
I'm
like Dead or Alive 4.
Blabs. Okay,
Oh,
here
shit,
we
Blabs got
go.
here.
Oh, there she is. Hey,
Chaos
Blabs.
Control from Japan is 30 years old. Brain Age 2 because I'm Blabs, and of course I'm going to include a dumb DS game. More training in minutes a day. Japan, 20 years old, and well, I knew Kay was going to be here today, so I had to mention Dead or Alive 4, 20 years old. That's the only good one on this list.
Yeah, I like that game.
Yeah,
it was a
Dead or
launch
Alive
game
4 is
with
incredible.
isn't that an Xbox 360 launch game?
It was, and one of the stages says congratulations on the 360 launch. I think that's adorable.
Really? That's pretty fun. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
It's fun.
No,
Who
I love
chose
that
these?
game.
Shadow the Hedgehog?
Well, it is December
Shadow
29th.
would be better.
It's not like there's a huge market for big games being released on December 29th. So we'll definitely give Blabs a little bit of a leeway there. But some noticeable games that she missed today.
Ocarina of Time.
Right. No, like I said,
Sailor Moon on Super Nintendo. What?
Sailor Moon. Yeah. And then, by the way, this game sucked. Sailor Moon R.
Is that the beat 'em up one?
I believe so. I can do a quick look and find out for myself. But yeah, Sailor Moon for the Super Nintendo released for 1993 today. Once again, I can't imagine December 29th, like when you're putting together your release date, you're like, oh man, I really want to release on December 29th.
Yeah.
No, this is a beat 'em up here where we're talking about this Sailor Moon game. So let's see what we got. Man, look at this big old
Doesn't look
character.
bad.
Yeah,
Looks
big
like
old
a
sprite.
Final Fight.
Yeah.
I'd play
Okay.
it.
Look,
Little
it's a Christmas game.
Yeah, hey. We have see, this is one of those things about fighting games where you can like get in certain rhythms, or I was gonna say fighting games, but beat 'em ups, get in certain rhythms, and you can just continue to kill people over and over again. You saw that right here where let's see right here. Right, this thing right here, or you get them in a certain spot. Anyways, yes, there you go. There's that game.
My favorite thing about every beat 'em up is the casual walking animations they have between pile driving and smashing people's skulls in.
Yeah.
Just look at that little sont. I love
Yeah,
it.
just walking around like they're just chilling.
I'm gonna guess this didn't come to America.
Well, this game was indeed released in Japan in 1993 here. Dual Orb 2 was released in Japan. Lots of Japanese games today, all Japanese games. Tecmo Stackers was released for the PlayStation. Winning Post EX for the PlayStation as well. Ease 5. I always called that Wise for the long. I mean, that's what it looks like. Wise. I don't know why you'd call it Ease, but whatever it is.
Japan.
Hey, I'm honestly kind of surprised that Blabs didn't include Disney's The Lion King Simba's Mighty Adventure for the Game Boy Color.
Yeah, that is kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Would have been better than Brain Age. Oh my God!
That's
Fucking
next
Brain
one.
Age rules.
That's
Hold
a
on second.
re-release. Hold on.
Justice
That's a
Brain Age.
re-release. That's
Yeah,
I don't
that's a-
think
yeah.
it'll be better than Brain Age. I don't even care.
Yes,
Oh, what's
Fallout
that
and
game?
Fallout 2 released for the PC.
It's a
25
re-release, though. That is important to point out. That's not the actual release dates for those two games.
Yeah, it's like a compilation collection,
Yeah.
I take it.
Yeah.
I will take it over Brain Age.
Impossible Creatures was released for the PC, which, by the way, the box art for this game looks outstanding. Just look at this. It has a tiger with some sort of crab claws.
It's
I'm
a
on board.
a lobster tiger.
Were they copying Spore?
No,
Perhaps,
not enough peas on there, you know.
Fair.
Sherlock
Fair
Holmes,
point.
The Mystery of the Mummy, Brain Age 2, Dead or Alive 4, Rainbow Islands Revolution. Do you guys know anything about Rainbow Island?
Is it Dance Dance Revolution, but Rainbow Island
I
music?
feel like we live it every day now.
Yeah.
Watch Netflix.
Is it about Hawaii?
No, Rainbow Island Revolution. This is the precursor to Bubble Bobble, I believe.
Hold on,
Yeah.
I'm back in. You got me.
Rainbow Island was the game before Bubble Bobble. If my memory,
There's a game before Bubble Bobble.
There are no games before Bubble Bobble. Bubble Bobble is so fucking good.
I love the first one.
I love Bubble Bobble.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. Here is an example of this gameplay here for you. Yeah, this is you can see there's the bubbles and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So for the DS, and you literally throw rainbows at people to kill them. That was kind of the idea.
Yeah, that was the sequel, and that was Bubble Bobble 2 too. They, for some reason, they just started doing rainbows that you could walk on top of as like a platforming element in it, which actually was kind of cool, all things considered. Yeah.
Okay, that's what it was. Rainbow Island was the sequel to Bubble Bobble. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Some other noticeable games include Dragonfly for the Android here. This Wii game, Maboshi's Arcade. I don't even know what that is. And there you go. But overall, I'll tell you this.
Kind of slim pickings here.
Yeah,
I think
today.
that's actually a fair list because Brain Age K, like whether you like it or not, like they actually were big system sellers, and it got the adult market in there. So this list makes sense to me.
Led to the decline of gaming. Those kinds of games.
I can't argue that as much as she's right.
The DS and the Wii, man, all of those normie games, everybody having like all these sports games in their house, it just led to the failure of gaming.
Okay. How many copies of Brain Age 2, More Training and Minutes a Day, were sold?
Oh God, it's gotta be like 2-3 million at least. It seems low almost.
You would need to 5x that at its 14.88 million copies.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. Like it needs to be on that list as far as relevance. With what we had there, it's a biggie.
This is you talk about grading on a curve, right? This list could have maxed out at like a C. So like you can't give Blabs an A for that because all the games are horrible. You know what I mean? Like you can't have a good.
Dead or Alive 4 carries the entire list. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, I know. That's what gives it a C.
An A just for that.
All right, sounds fine. Okay.
I'm only being nice because Dead or Alive is being mentioned. That's the only reason.
That. That's good. Magnus the Red came in with a 1999 super chat. Says, I see Kay decided to take down Blabs, our special gamer. Did Kay Montez Blabs? I gotta be honest, I'd love to see that.
Like the future, you never know.
Christmas loving engineer says $5 for your troubles, Phoenix.
Thank you very much.
Replace your pants with that.
Yeah. I can't tell you the fucking PTSD when Blabs farted in that little intro. I already got a little PTSD from that. I went, oh no, here we go.
I thought it was PTT, post-traumatic toot disorder.
Hey-o. Charter says, man would fit right in working at Tim Hortons. Thank you, Charter.
God damn it.
That's a very good local joke.
Cthulhu Wife says, Mahong, Normal Men, and K. I'm grateful that this horrible year for me is finally over. The high point is still meeting Craig and Phoenix in Atlanta. Thank you for cheering me when I was down. Craig, keep on stuttering. Phoenix, keep on being the hardest working man alive. And Kay, stop writing fanfics. It causes major aggressive tendencies. There you go.
It's my New Year's resolution, less fan fiction.
Thank you, Cthulhu Waifu. Gear says, what? Oh, it says, breaking news. Hassan killed his dog and offline TV is questioned about their involvement with the piker. That's from Slasher. Thank you, Gear. Appreciate it.
No, I just saw his dog in there. It's trolling.
Yeah. EHF says Nick Shirley does more damage to the media than the media does themselves. Bless that man. Yeah, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna spend a lot of time talking about it because Phoenix does not know anything about this story. He's been off the grid. He's been too busy pooping his pants.
That's correct.
Hayden says Impossible Creatures was fun. The game was all about making chimeras. I totally forgot about it until now. Thanks for that blast from the past. You got
it. The dog says Edward.
Mercenary says, please read my Rumble rants. I had something worse than what Phoenix went through, and I still have my photos on my dash cam. Oh boy. Did you see any Rumble rants from Mercenary there? By the way, Kay is trying to manage all support on Kick and on Rumble today and on Locals and bring them over to YouTube so we can star them and stuff. If she misses them, please give her a little leniency.
Yeah, she had very short notice and everything, so appreciate the patience.
Gear came back for that. Thank you very much. And Young Stove says, saw Phoenix brave the cold tundra of Guam for his lost Ds or DS.
Yep. DS, got it back.
Yes.
Nice.
Phoenix, what are the best Sega Genesis soundtracks to you? Mine's Streets of Rage 2, Sonic 2, and Shinobi 3.
For me, it's actually Shinobi's Revenge was one of my absolute favorite, and I'd say Sonic 2 is the go-to classic. Oh, and finally, Comic Zone, I'd say is actually my all-time super favorite of all of them.
Comic Zone's underrated.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Extremely.
There was no Road Rash mentioned. That is like the most incredible soundtrack, and same with Maximum Carnage.
Yep.
Mega Man 2. I need to put that in there. Turtles in Time. I need to put that in there too.
Well, that's not Genesis. You mean?
It was Genesis specific.
Hyperstone. Yeah.
Hyperstone. Excellent. Yeah.
16-bit dude became a brand new member. Appreciate that. And Silo Full of Cool Ranch Doritos says the daycare spelled learning wrong, but they also discovered fraud tourism in Minnesota because the state doesn't check residency since IDs are bad. Yeah, like I said, we're going to spend a lot of time on that today. Also,
welcome to the Leering Center.
Hi.
Tenarian says, sorry to hear about Phoenix's explosion. I bet he felt better after the full body purge, though. Meanwhile, I haven't vomited in over 20 years and have forgotten how it feels. Kind of dreading it. Good for you, Tenarian. Congratulations.
Yeah, please don't get that.
I threw up twice this week, which is great.
You did your
Everyone throwing up. What's happening?
Everyone got sick. Like if you went on social media for 2 seconds, like everyone was sick. Everyone.
We all got the vid.
Yeah.
Centauri came with a Prime membership over on Twitch. Thank you very much, Centauri, using your free Prime. Says, take my Prime sub-scroller. Thank you. Appreciate that. And also, Mark Reality says, oh, cool. Yellow Flash is here every Monday.
Hail, Mark. Hail, Mark.
C-Man says, ever play Chokin on the Genesis? No, I never played Chokin or Chakin.
Yeah, I think isn't that like skeleton figure with the big top hat and the two swords on the cover? I think that's what it is, right?
Yes.
What if they made a game called Chafing? Would you play that?
It's been that past week. Yes.
What's one of the power-ups? A cup?
Oh my God.
Lotion.
All
right, friends. If we can move past chafing talk and poop talk, we have a lot to get into today. So let's get into it, friends. It is time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for hard news. Okay, so I'll tell you what, man. You go away for a week and things just hit the fan. And I'm not just talking about what Phoenix pooping his pants, right?
Good old Phoenix.
The good old Phoenix. There were a lot of people who died in the week that we were gone. I don't know if you guys saw the list of people that died, but it was pretty immense. And I kind of wanted to just take a couple of minutes to kind of just do a brief rundown. Some of these people you may know, some of these people you may not. These are some noticeable deaths over the last week, which may have missed your news, including a couple that affect the YouTube game, as well as one that definitely affects the video game world. But let's start off with the entertainment world here, as Mickey Lee here died at 35 years old. Do you know who Mickey Lee is? Anybody ever heard of this person?
Is she like a reality star or something?
Yeah, she was a contestant on Big Brother, known for her strategic gameplay, authenticity, and being a fan favorite. She died at 35 from multiple cardiac arrest caused by flu complications. Oh, so multiple cardiac arrests right there. Rough. One a little less, I would say, violent, because this is extremely violent, apparently. And Blabs would be very sad to know that the Lion King child actress Amani Diaz-Smith, who played young Nala, died at 26. Her boyfriend is charged with murder.
Oh, fuck.
Yes. So there's that.
That must be the Broadway one.
I guess.
I think it was the
26 years
live action one.
Yeah.
The live action one? Yeah.
Yeah, like remember the live action Lion King? I think she did young Nala in
That's
the
probably
live
what it
action one.
is.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Sucks.
And then in the YouTube world, pretty much right after we stopped the show last week, we learned that Lamar Wilson passed away at the age of 48 years old. Are you familiar with? He's a tech influencer. This guy, I've known this guy forever, or at least I'm familiar with this guy. You guys ever heard of Lamar Wilson? 48 years old, tech creator.
He was one of the most positive, like great guys to go out there and do tech reviews I think I've ever seen. He's just a great guy.
I'm pretty sure I've crossed past them over the last 20 years or so. Had over 3 million followers across his platforms, got really big into shorts that kind of blew up his channel, gave himself some new life didn't mean to say it like that. I meant until apparently apparently this was a result of mental health. And I guess the holiday seasons got to him, maybe, perhaps. I don't want to speculate.
It's a tough one for people who don't have family. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe just by himself.
It is.
Sucks.
It's just kind of crazy to see. Yeah, he died. He killed himself, suicide on. Which is absolutely crazy. December 19th, which is nuts. Apparently, this can't be.
Is that when they discovered him or something? Maybe or
apparently he killed himself on November 21st.
Oh yeah, that's right. They didn't announce it until a month later. I think
okay.
Respect or something like that. Yeah,
hold on.
It was bad.
This doesn't make sense because I'm pretty sure I went to his video and he had videos that went up in like the last few days before.
Maybe they were scheduled.
Scheduled probably, or maybe he had something where he asked somebody in some sort of note to do it for him post. You never know. I mean, he was cranking out content. He was still doing stuff for quite some time. So I don't know.
Yeah, how crazy. That is nuts. He had lots of videos go up. Let's see. His most recent video was full video was 4 years ago. And he did it with my boy Andre from Black Nerd Comedy over here. And then he has over his shorts is where he kind of made his bread and butter here. He did this. It's a holiday gift guide. So I don't know, fairly recent, but that's the last time he posted any content.
Did any of you guys ever see the documentary The Bridge? Have you ever heard of that?
No, what's up?
I may have the title wrong, but it was people who would off themselves on the Golden Gate Bridge, and it was a documentary about the survivors. And one of the incredible patterns that you saw in every single survivor is that when they made the jump, each and every one of them regretted it on the free fall. So that's something to consider if you're ever struggling with mental health. Definitely seek help, because it appears that just as you're about to do it, you kind of see the beauty of life, and then if you could just get some help, that hopefully you can find a way out of it. So definitely seek help if you can.
Yes,
man, that's interesting. That's really interesting. Yeah, go ahead.
I beg people, please do not commit Canadian healthcare. Just do not do it. If you feel like you are really, and I know I'm making the joke, but I am also being serious at the same time. Mental health is no joke, but at the same time, please call somebody, call a friend. There is the Canadian healthcare helpline. Just reach out, because you have value. You're better here than not.
Did they tell you to end yourself in the Canadian healthcare line? That seems to be their answer over there. Everything now.
Yep.
Please don't.
Depends which one you call. There's also a racism hotline, so they might tell you to do that there.
Sometimes the lines get mixed up.
Yeah.
Well, also dead over the course of the past week. No, we're not done. This is just insane to see the things. I don't know if you guys have heard of this YouTuber, but I've watched him many, many times. Adam the Woo. Have you ever seen Adam the Woo before?
No.
He did a lot of. He'd go to theme park channels, theme parks, and just talk about his experiences and stuff. So that's really stuff. Says my life has changed. A big thank you to viewers for all the years looking back on this weird job. This is his last video. This is 1 month ago here, And the title of this video is even more depressing considering he didn't off himself. He died of a heart attack, apparently, in his home by himself. I guess what happened was like they did his neighbors hadn't heard from him, and his neighbors kind of went up on a perch, looked in his bedroom window, and saw him just like lifeless on a bed. So they went in, they found out, I guess, apparently he had a heart attack, which, ugh, man, that's rough. So he passed on to the next realm as well. And in the video game space, probably the most noticeable, which this was crazy to see, Vince Zampella, creator of Call of Duty, died in a car crash at 55 years old. Now, Vince Zampella, he is a very noticeable player in the world of video games, made a huge, as I said, very influential, died in a car wreck. Did you guys see this story?
Yep. And I saw the wreck too.
So tragic.
I just, once again, I'm imploring folks, don't drive like a fucking moron. Please don't do it.
Is that actual footage though?
Blowing out that tunnel.
Yeah.
At a high rate of speed. And I'm just, you don't have to take that risk. Go rent a track. Go do something, man. Because look at how many lives he affected, and look at what this crash has led to. We needed him because, man, like modern warfare is taking a dump these days.
Well, I'll say this. I don't want to show the video just because it is pretty crazy. But he comes out of well, this guy says it really well, right?
Is he in California?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
he was out speeding in the mountains.
Yeah. The guy says,
guardrail just came out of nowhere.
Well, so did the mountain, apparently.
Says, a lot of people do that. So I mean, it sucks that he's gone, but he's driving recklessly.
Right. Says, I'm not going to share the link to the video, but he exited the tunnel at 114 miles an hour based on video time and distance covered. He also killed a passenger. Father of three takes a 2026 Ferrari to get filmed exiting a tunnel at 114 miles per hour. What happens to your eyes when you enter tunnels? The pupils get larger. When you come back to light, they shrink. He didn't have time for his vision to adjust, and he hit the concrete barrier just 2.5 seconds after exiting the tunnel. The tragedy could have been avoided 100%. So
it reminds me of the car crash in Doctor Strange.
I'm not familiar with it. What happened in that?
Oh no, just the movie. Like, what is it when Doctor Strange actually like got in the accident where he messes up his hands in the movie, and so like he has to go on his journey to figure out how to heal himself and stuff like that. He was driving kind of like a dick too, and like he swerved, went right off, hit a guardrail, and boom, like the whole thing.
Yeah, it was pretty messy, man. Yeah. Pretty messy, to say the least. And I'm sure he died on impact because it was 114 miles meeting wall. Not a good situation right there. So, no. Benjamin 2000 says video uploading post isn't too weird, Craig. Oh, post death, yes. After getting Canadian healthcare, self-medicated, he had like 2 months of videos talking about his life in heaven. They gave me chills. What is
wait, what?
That's crazy.
Which creator are you talking about?
I'm imagining the tech guy, right? Would be my guess.
Can we
I
confirm?
have not heard that part of the story.
Yeah, I have not seen that either. Thanks for the heads up on that. Well, maybe we can do a little. Okay, can you see if you can find Lamar Wilson finding some videos about that?
Yeah.
Minor Zircon says, Yellow Flash, do you remember Fredberger? Yes.
Oh, is that the Grim Darkness thing?
Do you remember Fredberger, Flash?
I do. I never watched that show.
But do you know of Billy Manny though, right?
Yeah. It's the Grim Reaper guy show.
Yeah. Hey, fun.
I want to let you know that I actually did clip that out last time you were on, and I posted it as a short on our channel. And it's one of the more popular shorts that we have over the last little bit. So congratulations, Fredberger, for that.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, you did it, which is great. Congratulations to you. Yeah,
truly the Mel Blanc of our generation.
Almost 13,000 views for you. Congratulations.
Wow.
Thank you.
Mark Reality says, how does Mickey Lee get that baked ziti to stick to her head? Thanks, Mark. Appreciate that. And Kate,
like making fun of the dead.
Okay, you said you had starred some some Rumble
Yeah,
rant?
I don't know. It doesn't show on your end anymore for some reason. I'm going to just show them on my end here.
Mhm.
Marmalin came in for 10. Man, you got Blabs DEI playing the game on the worst possible situations, skipping out on mods, everything else. Oh, God.
Thanks, Marmalin.
Thank you. Mercenary for $1. This one's for Blabs. Thanks to Boog, I was able to watch on Christmas Day a Harry Potter watch party. Saw everything from beginning to end. Let her know.
Thanks, Mercenary.
Whistler V came in for $1. Phoenix, stop dying, you dingus. I agree.
Working on it. Thank you. Working on it.
Come on. All right. Marmalin for 10 had a great Christmas, but was on a small plane and a guy was shitting all over himself, which I then brought to my family.
You're welcome.
Spreading true joy to others.
You're welcome, my friend.
Oh, God.
It is literally the gift that just keeps on giving. You're welcome.
Mercenary for $1. Well, Phoenix, at least you had it better off than I did. I saw a kid on an e-bike get slammed into on the road because he crossed into traffic in the middle of the night, had on nothing but black.
Yikes.
Ooh.
That's
Yikes.
horrible. Oh my God.
Okay.
Bentley guy for $10. My condolences to your bong hole, Phoenix. All I can think of after your story is that once you got off the plane, you went full Jim Carrey from Liar Liar and said, "It was me." Happy birthday.
Thank you for remembering, my friend.
Oh my God. Stop rewarding him with his birthday. My God. Mercenary for $1. And Blabs is so mad today with today. I like brain age games. They're good for your brain, at least. That's good, right?
Sure. That's what they tell you. That's good.
Marmalin for $10. Don't let temporary problems lead you to permanent solutions.
Yeah.
And Mercenary for $1. I lived in LA. That road over there is notoriously bad reputation. That's what I got in my end, Craig.
Thank you, Mercenary. All right, we'll get to the rest of your Super Chats, Direct Donations, and Rumble rants throughout the duration of the show. But let's get to our lead story today. Phoenix, you have no idea what we're about to talk about. You've been off the grid. You have not followed this story at all.
Face in a porcelain bowl pretty much the entire week. Yes.
Sounds good. Well, I want to introduce you to Nick Shirley. I don't know if you've seen this guy around YouTube at all, but he has been making some serious waves with his independent journalist. Young dude, 22, 23 years old. He posted a 42-minute video of my crew and I. He says, "My crew and I exposing Minnesota fraud. This might be one of my most important work yet. We uncovered over $110 million in one day. We all work too hard to pay too much taxes for this to be happening. The fraud must be stopped." Now, we're not going to watch the full 42-minute video of this, but if you look down here, 115 million people have. This is
he's like an independent journalist. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
At this point, yes. You can't take that away from him at all. Anybody try to deny is fucking full of shit.
Well, I just love the response from Tim Walz. I mean, this is obviously white supremacy.
Well, we'll get to the response from Tim Walz here very shortly.
And it's Israel's fault, according to Hassan. Israel did this.
Well, of course. Well, here's a we'll get to a like some highlights of this video to give you an overview here, Phoenix, instead of just the whole 42 minutes. But I did want to show you this little overview here. This is another reporter here. Kind of, I don't know if she's just kind of piggybacking on the story, but this reporter over here is talking to this guy. And this is the guy that Nick Shirley goes around with. I think his name was David,
David, yes.
And David, he noticed he has a business that is around where all these healthcare and daycare centers are, right? And he noticed that there was never any children at these daycares. And this is about 5 years ago. So he started doing a little research on it and learning, like, how are these places in business? There's no children here ever. And so this is pretty much what he has here. So I'll give him a couple minutes to talk about it.
Massive fraud is going on here in the state of Minnesota, especially in Minneapolis. Explain to me what's going on with the daycares.
So one of the things that I've noticed is there's an exceptional number of child care centers that are set up mostly in Minneapolis, but also in St. Paul. And I said, wow, how many kids are there in the Twin Cities? Some of them are by my office, and I would watch, and I said, well, there aren't any kids there. And I go to another one, there aren't any kids there, and I'd see just some guys, some Somali guys outside smoking cigarettes. So I stopped at one of them, and I said, hey, I'm just wondering, I've got a grandson who's looking for childcare, and I wonder if this might be a good facility. And they said, no, we're all full. And they had the door open, and I looked, and there were no kids. There was like a couch and a table with a couple chairs. And I said, well, are the kids out back playing, or what kind of place is this? And the guy said, you go, and he almost pushed me out the door, and then he followed me down the street to my car. And that's when I said, wait a minute, there's something going on here, and that's got to be maybe 5 years ago. This fraud is so massive. When the dust settles on this, it's going to be found to be the largest fraud in the history of the country and probably the world. It's that big.
He is not wrong.
No, it's not. Now, Phoenix, once again, you have not heard about this at all.
No.
The video itself is essentially Nick Shirley going around with this guy, David, to all of these learning centers, daycare places, and just asking them like, hey, where are the children? I want to sign my kid up for this. Just kind of curious if I can do that. And naturally, he saw resistance. I want you to take a look at this place real quick. People in the chat have been saying the Leering Center all along.
They do a lot of leering there, I'll tell you that much.
Phoenix, this is an actual daycare center. Quality Leering Center. They misspelled learning on the wall.
No, they got it right. They leer there.
They leer.
That's all they do. They just leer at you.
That's right. So this is what happened, and this is such exactly what you'd expect here from some of the resistance that evolved. By the way, this is not from the Somalian people. This is from, well, you know.
This fraud is here at this part.
So this is quality.
That's right. Oh, the
Leering
ice lady.
Center. I meant to say
This lady.
Yep.
Yeah, this
Quality
lady's over
Learning
here
Center.
calling them ICE agents. This is wild.
Yeah, here we go. Look. And what do you think? Well, Phoenix, you'll know.
Learning Center.
Don't open
They
up.
said they spelt learning wrong.
Don't open up.
How do you have ice here, ma'am? I'm literally a YouTuber.
White liberal woman
Ma'am, what
alert!
do you think about
Ding, 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 ding,
White
ding,
liberal
ding, ding,
woman
ding, ding.
alert!
Why is she here? What?
Who the
You got
fuck
nothing
knows?
better to do. This is it.
I watched the video front to back. She just fucking shows up.
Out of
She's
nowhere.
not gotten anything until this scene, and they get here, and then she just starts screaming about ice. What the fuck is she doing here?
She
She
popped
looks-
in like an NPC. I'm so confused.
Right. And the way don't open up. I mean, listen to how she responds to everything that he's saying. If I can.
Good
get
old
this to
Kafia
play.
Karen.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Let me get this reloaded real quick. But Phoenix, it's pretty much exactly what you'd expect from that situation.
Yep, there's nothing here that is at all surprising in the least.
Now, if Blabs was here, would she defend this white liberal woman?
I got to be honest. There have been times on the show where she has. I don't know if it's necessarily the white liberal thing, but it's the white woman thing that she gets upset about. But when there's ladies like
A lot of
this, who
dumb
are
white
out-
women out there, though, to be fair.
there are, and then a lot of dumb white men as well. Just pointing that out. But let's go ahead and see how this goes.
Learning Center?
Don't open
They
up.
said they spelt learning wrong.
Don't open up.
How do you have ice here, ma'am? I'm literally a YouTuber.
Don't open up.
Ma'am, what do you think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
Don't open up. We have ice.
And what do you think about this place being licensed for 99 children
Don't open up.
and getting $4 million over
Don't
the
open up. It's ice.
$4 million in the last 2 years?
Go away.
What do you think about that? Are you in
Go
favor?
away.
Are you in favor of that?
Go away.
You know what
You're
it-
not welcome here.
Are you-
Shame on you.
Are you in favor of...
This isn't fair. She's genuinely retarded.
Right.
I feel bad for her now.
The irony of her saying "shame on them," shame on you for showing up and exposing this corruption right here, and the $5 million that's been shared with this company over this fraudulent group over the last 2 years. Shame on you.
If this had been some kind of like a group of white people doing this, it'd be all over the news. But they're defending it because of Islam and Somali, like it's brown people and they're Islamic in most cases. So of course they're going to trash it, call it white supremacists going after it. You're not allowed to criticize any other group.
Let's see how this.
They can still steal millions of dollars. Does not matter.
Oh well, we'll get to. Oh yeah, listen. The Hawks are the
buzzards are out for Nick Shirley now, but simply knocking on doors and saying, what's going on?
$1.9 million going illegally, fraudulently to this business that has quality learning center but can't even spell learning right on the door.
Don't open up!
No answer to that.
We are not ICE.
I don't care who you are, you don't belong here.
I belong here
What?
just like you belong here.
Don't open up! It's ice!
You do realize
He's
that
dying.
there's supposed to be 99 children right here at this building, but there's no one here.
You can just see how fucking empty head. It doesn't matter. The plague only knows how to just scream back. It does. You
Look at all
can
those
see it's not
keys on
registering
her neck.
anything.
The fuck she got all these keys for? Did you see that?
Oh,
Yeah, that was weird.
Go
She's got
back
like
to her.
30 keys around her neck.
Yeah, they're on her neck.
Yeah.
This is a genuine.
Maybe it's
retard.
maybe it's
I
the
don't know.
keys to her
I think she
cuckold
might be.
cages.
Phoenix, you were saying?
Well, it's just you see it in all these mind viruses. Like you can see that she's not registering anything, doesn't care about having any kind of conversation, not for 1 second challenging, even for one moment, that she may or may not be wrong on something, and just at least have a little bit of discourse. The response is always like a virus, is just to shout back. That's it. It just shouts at you like a screaming child. It's exhausting.
Nick literally points out the sign says Leering Center, and she doesn't even register it. Like, maybe that's a little bit weird, isn't it?
I found it funny that she said you don't belong here. It's like, isn't that a line that you wouldn't like people saying?
That's right. You're colonizing Nick Shirley. But watch. I feel like there is just maybe a crack in the dense skull here as he lays this out, because she kind of looks at him with just kind of like this, like, I think I understand what you're saying, but I don't want to believe it type of thing. Pay attention here.
But there's no one here. This is a child daycare center.
99 children.
And she's just kind of like looking around. She's like, oh, maybe they do have a point. Possibly, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's going through her mind. Possibly. Maybe I'm giving her too much benefit of the doubt in this situation.
Paid $1.9 million this year in CCAP funding. Do you know where the children are? Were they kidnapped? They run away? Where are the children? This is state of Minnesota.
You just see the
Right here.
processing wheel in her brain.
My name's Nick.
Right. The hamster slowly starting to turn a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes, who are you? And here's the thing I like about Nick is he actually says, I'm Nick Shirley. This is who I am. He doesn't give some sort of fake name. He doesn't pass it off. He says, hey, this is who I am. She says, who? She says, who are you?
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley, ma'am.
And who are you with?
Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley on YouTube.
Yeah, so who are you with here?
Oh, he's just been doing some research investigating the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm with Nick Shirley.
This lady, she's calling us ICE. We're just trying to put law and order back in the streets of the United States. Get rid of all the fraud. Have you ever seen children at that daycare center right there? Where? Yeah, it's right there. It says the child, you've never seen daycare.
I haven't seen anybody in there.
We're going to educate you on something. So what do you think about this?
This guy had been there for 7 years and he never seen a child go in or out of that venue, Phoenix.
Holy
Not
crap.
once.
Yeah.
We did see a lot of instances like this where he'd go up, he'd knock on the door. Hey, is this a daycare? Yes. I'd like to enroll my child. No. Okay, then just show me one child. You says you have 100. This harassment. We're calling police. He did get the police called on him here a lot, and came back to the victim complex here. Here's another 1 minute from this, which the whole 42 minutes. Eric, you watched the 42 minutes, and it was
Yeah.
It's like it's pretty riveting.
It's one after the other. After you would think, I think there's maybe one instance of anybody taking down any sort of information from Nick and David about trying to actually get a child into the daycares. After that, everybody shuts them down. Every single one of them.
Here is another instance of him approaching a daycare here.
Children here in your child care?
Which child care names? A lot of
Minnesota Child Care right here. It's from the state of Minnesota's website. We're just wondering where the children are.
Where the children are?
Yeah, where are the children? It says you have.
She has no idea what he's talking about.
No.
What children? What are you talking about? Yes, my walls have Minnie Mouse on them. Yes, it says child care center, but I have no idea what I'm doing.
102 children here, and you got $2.66 million this year in funding, and $2.5 million last year. We're just wondering where the kids are.
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley.
Nick Shirley.
And where you Where is? Which department? That is harassment.
Oh, we are.
There it is.
That is harassment.
There it is. Right there. There it is. How quickly did that get there?
We know
Phoenix,
speak English here.
I see you smiling, Phoenix.
No, I mean, this is, it's one of those things like it's horrible to watch, but also so unsurprising that this is going on. It just seems like I bet you we're just scratching the surface with a whole bunch of other shit that's been going on.
Oh, I think this is totally scratching the surface.
Yeah.
As pointed out in the chat, I think these are the grunts.
Yeah.
These are the,
This felt like a Doge find, is what it is. It seemed like they like dug this up, but I mean, it's been going on for a long time. It's actually been documented going back, I think, even like 9 years. Fox 9 in Minneapolis actually put out a story where they were literally talking about $100 million fraud back then. So everybody knew. It was a fucking open secret. And for somebody to finally get everybody's eyes on it is a Herculean effort. Thank God for Nick.
I don't want to jump too far ahead. Maybe we can talk about it at the end, but I'm going to be curious to see if there's been any kind of defense that anything has come out where this documentary got a little bit wrong or something like that. I'm kind of anxious to see if there was any response whatsoever.
And it just proved this point.
I don't want to derail right now, but I am going to be curious.
I'll say one of the lighter ones that they tried was they tried to say he went there during Christmas, so of course nobody would be there during Christmas.
which they don't realize that Muslims don't celebrate Christmas.
Well, Phoenix, have you considered that this is somehow Israeli propaganda?
Yes.
There's a lot.
I can't wait for that part. That'll be fun.
Let's get to this here. Finish up this video because they're not happy that he's here.
From ourselves.
Yeah.
Hello, we'd like to ask where the money's going. Look at that. Shut us down. Where are the children at? No children inside of this daycare center. And look at this daycare center right here. No children inside of this daycare center. But between those buildings, over $2.6 million.
So there's that, which was just
great.
She
was fat.
She was a large woman right there. Yes,
she'd eaten good off of that taxpayer money.
Hey, man.
Oh,
yeah. Was pointed out by several people. This lady over here says, I ran an early learning center daycare in Orlando from 2003 to 2004 and received state and federal dollars for our children. Someone from the state of Florida came unannounced to my center every month to check on my facility, check vaccination records, ensure the facility was safe, and my attendance records matched who was actually there that day. For this to happen, the government of Minnesota was willfully overlooking the fraud. People need to go to jail right here.
There's a lot of voters there. You got a whole community that could vote Tim Walz. So you got to be careful.
Well, that's kind of the general thought of this, is that apparently the Somalis vote in packs. They like if you get one, whatever the leader says, that's what they all do. And hey, why would you vote for anywhere else if you're getting literally billions of dollars?
Look at me.
Funding.
Look at me. I'm the voter now.
I run the daycare now.
It's a hostile.
It gets even more
takeover.
complicated. Yeah,
It's
it really
terrifying.
is. It gets a little more complicated when you start talking about the Somali tribes and Somaliland, which I know we'll probably get to that a little bit later too. But yeah, what is it? The mayor of Minneapolis managed to actually play the Somali clans off of each other and barely won re-election as a result. Otherwise, there would be a Somali mayor right now named Omar Fateh. We got very close to some bad stuff, man.
Well, this is, I saw this video here. This is pretty funny. This is basically Minnesota right now here.
Hello, I'm Somali and I want money. U.S. government, please give me money. Well, we can't just give you money outright. You have to provide some sort of service to the economy. Okay, I'm gonna start a daycare. Oh my goodness, that's great. I would love for you to teach and be around my children. Can I just poke around at first? No. Well, you have like a fully operating daycare. I just like to see what's inside. If I let you in, will you give me the money? Yes, of course. Oh, it's completely empty. The ABCs are out of order. That's not even English. That's like Spanish. Are you sure this is like an operating daycare? Please give us money. Well, I'd hate to be racist. Here's $1 million.
That's pretty accurate right there. It just comes back to people don't. It's the ist. It's the phobe. Nobody wants to be called a bad thing because people have been
lectured on how being a white person is bad, and if you say anything bad about it, it's insane, really insane. But here's a black guy actually chiming in on this whole thing. Says shout out to Nick Shirley here. This is this guy talking about the situation, and he actually comes with a little bit of personal receipts.
Shout out to Nick Shirley. Man, I am so glad you did that. It is going crazy viral all over the internet. All of us who have been calling out the Democrats are appreciating you because we've been saying this for years. Now, for those of you who know me in real life, you know that I used to work around kids at charter schools. You know that I did the federal accounting. Some people on my channel don't know that. They just think I'm just a guy that drives cars around. I retired from accounting, did federal accounting for the school. So what Nick said is right. Nobody's checking up on that. In Nevada, the state sends people to our schools. They actually send people to our schools during count days, after count days. We go over financials all the time. They see kids, they see teachers, they see staff. They know the federal dollars are going in good hands. The state does that. What happened in Minnesota? It wasn't happening because all it took was for the state to do like what Nick did, go there. The fact that they didn't go there tells me this wasn't just a small oversight. This was training. The people in Minnesota, the administration, all of these people, they are trained to do fraud. It started at the top. I'm telling you, and it didn't just start with the state. It started at the federal level. Who's ever in charge at the federal level for that state? Ilhan Omar, her boss, Obama. These people all are programmed to know exactly what to do because you need social security numbers, you need bodies, you need parents, you need addresses, you need contact phone numbers. A registrar will have all of that. So if the registrar of the school has social security numbers and files on all of these kids, then the state should have those same files. If the state doesn't have files on that, then where are these social security numbers coming from in order to get that much money? Remember, I told you in the last video, the head of the Social Security division, she resigned the moment Trump took office because they know there's something going on with these social security numbers. There's no way you can get millions and millions of dollars like that without social security numbers. I used to do the federal part of the accounting for the school, so I know exactly how it works. What Nick Shirley did, hey, hats off to you, brother. It's like that easy just to get up, drive down the street, and to say, hey, can I tour your facility? It's that easy to find out if somebody's committing fraud.
You can just do things.
You can just do things, right?
You just do things.
You can just do things. And I think that's what everybody really appreciates about Nick Shirley. Flash, I know you got to go, but I did want to get to the response here because naturally, when there's any sort of allegations that are put on, put towards especially a leader like Tim Walz, who I just want to point out was a candidate to be the vice president of the United States.
That's right. He was.
Yep.
Like,
yes, he was.
Let's just point that out here. This was the vice presidential candidate here. Naturally, he's going to try to defend himself. And hey, give it up for white guy, letting everybody know white guy bad here. This is Nick Shirley on with Fox News.
Governor Tim Walz is saying that you and others that are out there trying to expose this, you're doing it because you're white supremacists. What is your response to him?
Yeah, Tim wants votes. There are entire apartment complexes where white people have been pushed out of these apartment complexes because Somalians have taken over and they're inside of these towns like Minneapolis where they can go get votes from these people. And if you have 100,000 people that will vote for you because you're going to enable and let this stuff happen and because you're going to call a white person racist for calling out facts, this is what's going to happen to a state like Minnesota. Minnesotans, they say Minnesota nice, but they are very upset. And I totally understand why they're upset because they don't have a governor who's actually working for them. He's actually working against them.
We'll get to the Minnesota nice thing here in just a minute. And Flash, before you roll, I don't know if you saw this or not. Did you see where this, well, I'll let this just play out just for 1 second.
So guys, this is absolutely mind-blowing. So I was watching the most recent video by Nick Shirley exposing these daycare centers. Now, they're going daycare to daycare, and the next one that they go to is called Sweet Angel Childcare. This is where they show up to. And this is the business right here. Sweet Angel Childcare. in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, listen to where this phone number goes to when you call this child care center.
You guys have any guesses on this before we
I know
find
exactly
out?
where it goes. It goes to
I know where it
Tim
goes.
Walz's office.
Phoenix.
I have no idea. I can't wait to see.
Just wait for it.
Thank you for contacting the office of Governor Tim Walz and Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan. Our office is located.
Literally the office. Literally the
you have
office.
no idea how bad it's going to get. It's going to get so bad, and I'm so sorry.
Are they actually going to do anything about this, though? That's the real question. And I don't know.
Midterms, homie. Midterms.
Imagine how much
the
more of this
incumbent party always loses the midterms. But I'm going to tell you right now, with everything that's coming, the Republicans are going to make damn sure that they juice those numbers as hard as they can by actually doing something. Because if you actually get results, you actually get votes. And this is a chance for them to actually do something.
You're having a lot of faith in that fucking do nothing. Like they don't do anything.
They've been in power for almost a year on all 3 levels of government.
Yeah,
They
it's
really
a bunch
haven't
of
done shit.
rhinos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flash, get on out of here, buddy. We'll see you, okay?
See you guys.
Thanks,
See
buddy.
you later, man.
Have a good one, brother.
Go check out Flash's channel, Yellow Flash 2 over on YouTube. Link is down in the description below.
Thank you. Peace.
You got it, buddy. All right, we'll see you. All right. How about I just call the number too? Should I call and see what happens?
Let's do it.
I got it pulled up. Let's find out. Let's just see. I'm sure it's getting bombarded. The exact same number. Just curious. I'm sure millions of people are calling this number today.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't get a busy signal.
Yeah.
Thank you for contacting the office of Governor Tim Walz
That's
and Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan.
like legitimately
Our
amazing.
office is located at 130 State Capitol at 75 Reverend Dr. Martin Luther
Should I leave a
King
message?
Jr. Boulevard in St. Paul, Minnesota.
What do you think?
55155. Our office is open Monday through Friday from 8 o'clock a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. Please leave your message along with your name and phone number. Thank you for your call and have a great day.
I just want to let you know that I am absolutely terrified that Tim Walz was a potential vice president of the United States. You should be ashamed of yourself. Everything about this is disgusting, and I hope that you get removed from office. Have a good day.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
Have a good day.
Do we know
Minnesota
if that,
nice.
Do we know if that was ever updated? That the information for that was that ever even changed?
Yeah, that's kind of the running theory of this is like, hey, you guys did this when you found out this is you guys co-opted it and changed the information on Google and all this stuff. So that's kind of the theory right there. But by those who don't believe this is real, and I think that's probably the most amazing thing about that. And we're going to get to the idea people who don't think this is real in just a second. But first, Norm says, imagine how hard these places make it to find a decent daycare for normal people. That's actually a great point. Prime of 2 says, as a public school teacher of 18 years, that man is absolutely correct. In my state, they're always looking over our shoulder when it comes to where money is going. This is 100% intentional. Thank you, Prime of 2. Dr. T.S. King says, after the 2012 election, Minnesota almost went for Mittens Romney. Obama then flooded Minnesota with Somalians to ensure the state would remain blue and likely start this fraud apparatus to fund the left indefinitely.
Part of it,
I don't know enough about that. This is
it's the truth is after Mogadishu, everything got really fucked up in Somalia. So I'm sure there was a lot of liberal guilt over everything that was happening over there. So in order to maintain good relations and also keep control over the Horn of Africa, where like 25% of all international shipping goes past, they basically decided this was the correct answer to just import. Why bring food to the Somalians when we can bring the Somalians to the food? That would be a nice thing to do.
Well, we're getting a lot of foods being fed right now. Mark says, if Ted Walz ended up being the only white guy in Somalia, do you think he'll stand out from the other locals? Mr. JL says they always call us an Isterophobe, but they never call us wrong. Interesting.
What I think is so terrifying about that, about so much of that voter base, is like just how much that word works. They know that they can just say word, and then again, hive mind, just say bad. We're not going to investigate. We're not going to think about this. We're not going to just see, hey, what are they even promoting? Like, what are they even pitching? What's the thing that they're investigating? Nope, white supremacy. Okay, dismiss. And it works. That's
Isn't the
terrifying.
left always screaming for journalism, and then finally Nick does a fucking journalism, and they go, no, not like that.
Well, I think that's the most amazing thing about the whole idea of they go, who is this guy? He's not a journalist. Do you need to be hired by an organization to be a journalist?
Ask
No.
Palestinians.
Tell you what, man, the whole thing is it's always just shifting the goalpost. Shift. Mary says, I have another business proposal for Minnesota. I know a Nigerian prince who can send some money to, and he will send you even more money in return. Hit me up. Thank you, Marius. C. Bloomberg says, look into the autism fraud there. It dwarfs this 4x. Yes, we'll get to the autism side of this as well, because there were other he went to autism centers as well, and it's just everywhere he went, he got shut out. Wasn't allowed to come in. Got booted out. Windows blocked off. Insane. Game Master says, you hear the accent? Are the overseas scammers this desperate? Thank Game Master. Indigo EEE says, reminds me of the story of my stepmom of how she worked in California orchard as a kid. She and her friend yelled, Migray. Guess what happened to those workers? I don't know what is Migray.
I'm assuming ICE probably is what happened to them, because Migray is migrant, maybe? That's my, I don't know. Silly Baxter, I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah. Minor Zircon says, did you guys see the video of the liberal washman talking to a normal person? All he could say was that there's no scientific evidence of differences between races. She is hilariously regarded. Yeah, so it's funny you mentioned that. That was Malcolm, who's been on the show before in the past. That was a very viral video over the past weekend as well.
Has he? That dude ruled.
Yeah, Colin, he's great.
Cool.
Malcolm's great. Malcolm Colin, yeah. Benjamin came back, says, Craig, it was someone else. Joe Winko, who was a serious suicide baiter in the Sins 4 community, who also did it over the summer. Apologies. Thank you. Or are you telling me to apologize more? Thank you, Benjamin. All right, we'll get to the rest of your super chats, direct donations, and Rumble rants here in just a little. Actually, let me get these direct donations really fast. CG Hero says, thoughts on the Ubisoft hack? Did you guys, you think it could be the kill shot that ends the company? We're going to do our best to get to the Ubisoft story by the end of this. We'll see if time allows, but if not, we'll talk about it most likely tomorrow. Dr. T, thank you so much for returning as a member over on YouTube. And CG Hero says, a YouTuber named Leon, aka Words of Paradise.
Good lad. Love Leon.
Words of Paradise has some funny stories about Skyrim being cursed for him. Every time he tries to play it, there's a death in his family or a shooting near his apartment.
What?
Oh, wow.
What? He's friends with Hypnotic. You should bring him on.
Leon's a cool dude. I've hung out with him and with Hypnotic. Both cool lads.
Yes. Tenarian says, gonna brag about my country again. Sorry, we don't give handouts to immigrants. They're required to have secured themselves a 40-hour-a-week job before we even let them in. Even refugees have to put to work and their kids sent to school. Contribute or get the fuck out. I love that idea. That's great.
Where's that? Switzerland?
It is in the middle of the ocean. Tenarian lives in a tiny little set of islands over there. Tenarian says, I just realized my donos today were the first I've spent since Tuesday. I've just been sitting tight, enjoying Christmas with my family, visiting people, watching movies, and playing games. Good for you, Tenarian. I love that, man. Excellent. And Aiden says, so they went from piracy to fraud. Some of these Somalis who committed these crimes should be held accountable to jail and or deported, especially Ilhan Omar. Thank you, Aiden. All right. But what about the response to this? The response to Nick Shirley, it goes exactly how you would expect. Where most of the people who are looking at this just from a fraud or no fraud angle see it as exactly that. But if you don't, if you're not a fan of this, I'll tell you what, you quickly get the ist, the phobe, the all that stuff. Let's starting with Hassan Piker. He said, I don't care what kind of fraud Somalis and daycares are doing, but I think it's a separate crime to try to storm with a camera into a daycare with kids in it.
What?
Bro, shut the fuck up.
What is this
My
take?
God.
He's just contrarian for the sake of being contrarian. There's nothing to... Why?
Sometimes it seems like he just needs to say something to fucking say something. I feel bad that that's his life, where he feels like he just has to compulsively reply to
Yeah, but it
everything.
works.
That
His
is-
audience just
I
believes
know.
it. They're idiots.
That is stupider than the woman crying ice when that guy showed up. There is more legitimacy to her thinking that might be ice than his statement.
George,
I don't
came
care
in
that
and says-
crime, but what about crime?
just totally wrecked him here. He's he should stick to wholesome activities like electrocuting dogs. A lot of shock collar here, and Graham Linehan came in.
Oh,
And
there's
says,
Nick.
are the kids in the room with us? Yeah, and then Nick came in and says, "Yeah, you would say something stupid like this." And this Nick actually quote tweeted this. Says people like this commie should literally shock their dogs and complain about America 24/7. And when someone actually leaves their room to do something, wait for it, they defend the criminals. Yeah, that is 100% what happened here, which is just like, I don't understand how anybody can look at that and be like, well, yeah, that was really unfair of him to show up to these 20 different places and have him be shut out at every single one of them. Every one of them. Been amazing.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Again, that group, they always look at just the headlines. They just look at the quick bullet point, and then they just go at that. And then they've got personalities, media, etc., that just go along and keep pushing that. That's it. They never read the article. They never investigate. Just the bullet point, just the word racist, etc. The entire party.
Well, this is quickly escalated here as we have even more just back and forth between Shirley and Hassan. But first, this comes from ZEI Squirrel over on X. Says Nick Shirley, who is being promoted by Elon Musk, JD Vance, and the entire conservative media sphere, is a fanatical Zionist Israel firster. He literally went to Israel to do propaganda tour just a few months back. All the Zionists are doing, oh my God, Somalis, oh my God, Muslims for Israel right here. And he posts this, to which Hassan, and I don't know enough about the whole Israel thing. I don't really care, to be honest with you. But Hassan came back, says, I traveled the world. Hassan was responding to Nick Shirley. Then he responds to this other words. Hassan says, I traveled the world and went to numerous protests. But since I wasn't trying to storm, this is where storm, look at the wording here, storm child care facilities with a camera crew screaming, show me the children now. It doesn't count. There's a proper way to conduct a thorough investigation. You botched it for clickbait here.
How? Who would he go to? What position of power could possibly rectify this in any conceivable way? This has been going on for fucking 10 years, you dumbass. Who's left? Sometimes you just got to barge down the door and just do things.
There's no children at the child. That's the entire point of the entire video. Not a single child was at any of these facilities.
You don't even hear one. You don't even hear the sounds of like little child pitter-patter feet running around on some wood, like nothing at like 10 facilities. We
also have this from Nick Shirley. This was in response here to that post I just read just a minute ago, and I brought these out of order here. Hassan says, I made most of the let me pull this up. It says I made most of the Israeli video demanding to see children in all these facilities, and when they wouldn't let them in, that wasn't evidence of fraud, or that wasn't enough evidence of fraud. To which Nick Shirley says, I was literally a Mormon missionary for 2 years. I'm not a Zionist. Went to Israel with my own money and tried to figure out what's going on for myself and for my viewers so they could see it firsthand versus from a news studio. You seem just to hate people going to a location of the issue. I even tried to enter Gaza, but was denied when I went to Israel. It's called journalism. I don't support the death of innocent children or our dollars funding it, whether it's Israel, Hamas, Ukraine, or Al-Shabaab. America first, always here. And he absolutely ratioed him. And it's pretty amazing, honestly, really amazing to kind of see this story, the back and forth
By the way, I hate those. I'm so annoyed with these arguments, and I hate when people even defend it. Like, I'm not as I just hate all that shit. Let's say a Klansman went around with this exact same report. It doesn't change the fact of
I agree.
the apparent evidence. Like, so it's just that's just fluff. Who gives a shit? If the evidence is real, if the information is accurate, that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
It's even more dumb fuckery because God's Chosen thought it'd be really funny to recognize Somaliland as an actual legitimate nation. So the claims that like somehow this is tied to Israel being the bad guy or like Zionist Jews trying to take down everything is absolutely ridiculous, because clearly Israel can work with a Muslim majority nation like that if the contexts are there. And none of this makes sense at all. And it's very clear they don't know what they're talking about.
Well, Hassan is not the only person who just doesn't quite understand what's the hubbub here. I don't quite understand. I'd like to introduce you to Andrew Mercado. He says produces peace inside daycare centers during Christmas break. Kids not present due to Christmas break. Right wing retards. Look at all the fraud in Minnesota right here. Now, keeping in mind this was apparently recorded a couple weeks ago, before Christmas break, and even then, once again, they don't celebrate Christmas. They don't. So like it's amazing to see. This person says it's amazing to see how retarded these liberals are. Not propaganda. When the other gentleman visited these daycare centers over 100 times, and not once were kids found. Muslims don't celebrate Christmas. Genius. Nothing retarded. Blame the people who expose the fraud and not the people who actually commit the fraud. That's where things are at right here.
Yeah, I'm shocked the Democrat used the word retard. Was that allowed?
What's that?
Isn't that a no-no word? You're not allowed to say retard anymore?
That's a big word. It's supposed to be the R word. You can't say the R word. It's fucking retarded.
They're allowed to use it when it's against the other side, though, right? Then it's
there it is.
Yeah.
Patrick Bet David came in and said, citizen journalists like Nick will eventually put mainstream media out the business. All you need is a camera and the guts to go to the source. Protect this man. And I think that's probably the biggest takeaway of all this. What did you say earlier, Mitsu? You said you just go do things.
Just go do things. You actually can go do things. Listen, for years and years and years, a lot of people tried to use citizen journalism as a way to go ahead and do things and gain access to places that they didn't belong. So you know what? If that was a left-wing thing and now the right is finally going, yeah, we're going to do some citizen journalism, and the left is mad about it, guess what? It was your game, fuckers. Deal with it.
Joining us now as we continue the story with her PC ready to go. Actually, she left. Never mind. What the fuck, Blabs? She just left.
She saw me and ran. I don't blame her.
Okay. All right. Not joining us now. That's fine. Bummer. Here is this guy says this guy explains exactly what is happening in Minnesota here. Let's check out this video.
How is it that one of the largest fraud rings is happening right now in Minnesota and the media doesn't care? Reports are now stating that of the $18 billion the Minnesota government spends on healthcare, $9 billion of it, at least half, is fraudulent. Taxpayers seem to care. According to this Polymarket graph, 30% of people think that the Somalians who are committing this tax fraud will be, or at least should be, deported. Yet the politicians don't.
What's the likelihood of that happening? Really?
Zero.
Increasing. Increasing.
I'm with you, Phoenix. I know you're big on like the black pill thing. Don't get black pilled.
Yeah.
I think nothing's going to happen here. Absolutely
zero.
Nothing.
Absolutely zero.
Yeah. I think this will continue. I don't know. Mitsu, do you have another take on this? You think something's actually going to happen?
So here's why something needs to happen. Your boy remembers back at the end of 2024 when Mr. Elon Musk was talking about very subtly forming a new political party. We are now heading into the midterms. The best chance for a new political party or parties to start emerge is to run in the House, which means if the Republicans don't deliver on good governance in the midterms, they will lose this election hard, which is already historically what's slated to happen. So how do you fix that? You push them a little bit further to the right, but not so far they fall off a cliff, but far enough where they actually fucking do what we elected them to do. Otherwise, they lose. The liberals take over the House and the Senate, and then we're stuck for 2 years and we're fucked. So yeah, they need to do something. And I think this time somebody will actually do it. Because otherwise, a new party will emerge, and that party will be far more radicalized to do something than the current ones are. You don't want that.
Phoenix will be leading that party.
I'm ready. Let's do it. Finally get some shit done.
Everyone's going to remember the clip from earlier where he said, you shit your pants. You ruined your run.
But I'll say proudly. Yeah.
That's right. You did
proudly.
You'll have 7 voters that were on the plane. They're the people who will not vote for you. Can't believe it. Let's continue here.
Don't care. Look at the lieutenant governor saying that they're the backbone of the economy.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Peggy Flanagan. I am the Lieutenant Governor of Minnesota, and I'm really
like
honored
Nightwing.
and humbled to be here with all of you today. I am incredibly clear that the Somali community is part of the fabric of the state of Minnesota.
I'm confused. These people are stealing billions of dollars every year that is not taxed because it's actually taxpayer funds, government assistance that they're receiving. How exactly are they the backbone of the economy? I mean, in a single day, an independent journalist named Nick Shirley and his team discovered $110 million in fraud. I can't even buy a house in this economy, and yet the people who don't belong here are stealing billions of dollars every single year of taxpayer funds, while simultaneously being called the backbone of society by not only elected officials, but the mainstream media. What?
Speaking of the mainstream media, here's a list of the news outlets who have not covered Nick Shirley's fraud story. New York Times, CNN, Washington Post, MSNBC, NPR, USA Today, Reuters, Axios, ABC, PBS. There we go. Every single one of them wrote stories on Elon Musk's hand gesture. Do you get it yet? Over here.
Real journalism's hard. You actually have to do things like go places and talk to people who might take a swing at you sometimes. Oh,
It's quite intentional. If you don't broadcast a story, no one hears about it. That base obviously isn't going to hear about it. And again, I'm going to just be that broken record that keeps saying, this is what happens when you hand over your culture. When you do nothing and don't participate, now they own the words. They own the megaphone in a crowd. And if you own the megaphone, then you control the population. It's very simple. So that's it. They have every media outlet, all the magazines, all the news reports, entertainment, everything. So if they choose not to echo out a story, then no one hears the story. And then all we say is the word racist. And then that's all the word they hear. And that's it. And it just keeps looping and looping and looping. That's why it's very critical to get involved in culture.
Well, how are the people in Minnesota taking this? Well, here's one guy who was just out for his morning run, and this looks very much like Minnesota, but it seems like he's not very happy about it.
I want to be proud to say I'm from Minnesota again. We welcome people into this community, into this state, and they're stealing from us. They're stealing from you. I don't care who you voted for. I don't care what political affiliation you claim to be a part of. This child care center fraud is an abomination, and it should upset every single Minnesotan. People that steal from you are not your friend. People that take advantage of you are not your friend, are not a part of your community. And it's time to drop this Minnesota BS, this Minnesota nice, and start standing up for our state. Start standing up for what we believe in, so that we can be proud to stand firm in who we are in Minnesota and what we stand for. And this is not it.
You really don't want the right to start doing things, because the left just continues to do things, and the right's default position is, we don't give a fuck. We're just here to chill. Please just leave us alone. And when you get enough people who are like, please leave us alone, and they all get together, you really don't want that smoke, man.
But will anything actually be done? I mean, that's the thing.
No.
I just go back to, I just don't think anything's actually going to be done about this. And and guess what? It starts at the top. Like, if this is being exposed, the current administration should 100% come in and put the hammer down on this.
Yes.
Like, it should nuke the whole setup, the whole situation. Send ICE to these places, these facilities, get them out of here, kill the corruption immediately. If this has been exposed that badly by one guy with an iPhone, where has been everybody else here? And why has nothing been done here? Yes, okay, some arrest. Awesome, cool. a few people have been arrested. That's great. That's great. This has been going on for how long? That's a win, you know?
The answer is because we needed to pay off. What was USAID for? What was Kissinger's stated position? Kissinger's idea was let's pay off the world so that they'll all be nice to us. And this is just an extension of that. You had a bunch of people from a country that we went into, and then they killed a bunch of our guys over fucking the dumbest reason I've ever heard of in history. And then everybody with their liberal guilt decided that they were just going to import a whole bunch of people from that area and see what happens in order to make everything better. Because we need geographically control over that area. That's it. And so it always goes back to that particular problem. You can't, what Phoenix is saying is right. You just because you feel bad doesn't mean you start importing people, because you can't vet them. You can't verify where that money is going. And then they are then just passing that money right back over to make everything better. And in this case, what is it? I read an article about this entire fraud thing. There was a gentleman who literally got on a plane with $1 million in a suitcase, comically, like a comical kind of sense of it, and flew back to Somalia with that money. I'm telling you, if they don't do anything, the midterms are going to be a bloodbath for the Republicans, and then 2028 is going to be so much worse for everyone. So please fix it now. Do it before the midterms.
Well, they have. Well, look, I go back to who was it? I think it was Sam Hyde said after Charlie Kirk died. He said, if nothing happens in the next 3 weeks, nothing's going to happen.
Exactly what I think of too. If nothing happened with Charlie, nothing's happening with this. That's my black pill.
Yeah. Yeah. I said this over on X after I saw this. I said, yes, this is upsetting. You should be pissed. No, nothing will be done about it. I don't know. I hate to be black-pilled, but I look, give me a reason. Give me any reason to be excited about people going to jail for getting caught for doing bad things. As we're just over here trying to live our life and just be good Samaritans. Society doesn't function when people they go out of their way to be assholes. It doesn't function that way, especially when they're literally stealing money and sending it to other countries. It's a slap in the face to every single Minnesotan and every single American who's trying to live the right way. It's upsetting. So yes, please give me a little bit of hope. Just a little bit. That's all I want. I don't ask for much.
The midterms is your hope. You hope that the opposing side actually does something with this, lights a fire under the ass. That's the hope you got at the moment.
If this reaches El Presidente's ears, maybe there's a chance, because I could see him being like, okay, well, we surely could use some of those votes. This is a great way to like score an easy slam dunk on political points. Just deport. It falls right in line with his already stated agenda. You just send in ICE, get rid of the Kafia Karen, and just deport people.
You know, I see. I saw in the chat. John says, "I've been seeing videos lately. Two people saying they're not going to be paying their taxes either. Right? Like, why do I want to pay taxes when it's just going to this nonsense? Otherwise I'll end up in jail. Like, and that's the thing. You get dinged because you did. There's this classic video I saw where it's like. Where's this guy talking to the IRS and he's like, so I need to report my taxes. And they're like, well, how much do you owe? And he's like, I don't know. Aren't you supposed to be able to tell me? And he's like, no. The IRS says, oh, no, you need to do your own taxes. And then he goes, well, I don't really know how much I need to pay. And then they go, well, we do. And they go, well, why don't you just tell me? You know? And it's this classic like back and forth. But if you don't pay your taxes, if you're $2,000 off, you're going to get sent to jail for that while there's billions of dollars being like, surely people can see the insanity here associated with this, right? Yeah. Like, I think
I remember that video. It was oh, you pay your taxes, Habibi. Don't worry about it, man. We got the tool for that. We know how much you make. So I could just pay, right? No. You have to do it yourself. Mm-hmm. You have to make sure. I remember that video.
Oh my God, it's such a mess.
And the problem is too is like, let's say Trump gets involved and he sends ICE. Let me tell you, I can just spoiler alert. What the headlines is: Trump sends ICE to daycare centers.
Yes.
That's the headline. And then you get all the people, again, the little virus that doesn't investigate literally anything just gets up in arms.
I would say that would be a problem, except that if they send ICE to the daycare centers, ICE isn't going to find children, and they're all going to have body cams.
No, of course. But again, I'm just saying, like, that group, they just look at headline, and headline says Trump send ICE to daycare center. The end. The cam footage does not get released to them. There's no media outlets showing it. They just keep showing that headline.
Oh, you're saying they're just going to
again.
turn it off completely because they're just going to be just blinders.
That's what they do.
Yeah,
but you're seeing it. They're not reporting this. No, these outlets aren't even trying to expose it for the other way, right? They're not even saying they're trying to show like evidence against it. They're just staying out of it because if you don't mention it, the story never existed. That's it.
Oh, you know it's got legs.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the most amazing thing about the idea that you have something that has over 100 million views, 100 million views over on X, and the mainstream media has no interest in talking about it.
But oddly enough, that's also your white pill moment, though, because the shift is happening. Like, this is going to work for so long, where you're seeing it with everything. Even just award shows are now moving online because the media space is dying. Your general media outlets are dying, and so that independent market is coming up, and that means more eyes are on it. You could argue that it was due to the independent podcasts and stuff like that helped get this president elected. So that's the white pill, is that it does look like this information is getting out there now. It's slowly getting out there. It's a little late, unfortunately, but that could mean a big change in about 10 years or so, hopefully.
I hate to be black-pilled, but please just show me anything to have any sort of belief in this whole thing.
Well, I want to hold the line for you guys. I'll keep the faith.
I think if something does happen, I think we definitely need to talk about it. We need to really project that out to help that white pill out, if it arrives, of anything being actually done here. We need to really echo that out.
No, I'm wearing my Half-Life hoodies, so like I've got some extra faith. If you guys need to borrow some, again.
Market Reality says, you guys keep talking about third parties, but the only people who get into office will have an R or a D next to their name. Remember, Donald J. Trump ran for president in 2000 on the Reform Party ticket. Did he really?
Did he? I thought that was Perot.
I don't know. I think Pro was in 92.
Oh no, that was 90. Yeah.
Dylan Killen says the black pill is a suppository from Razorfist. Thank you very much. Tin Lee says, if you guys think nothing's going to happen, remember the Insurrection Act bypasses everything and everyone. Martial law, this crap. Montez, thank you. By the way, three yellows away from our Montez Gold. What a great way to start back from break. That'd be great. Stacy B says, ICE is in Minnesota today. Does that count? Not that type of ice. We're talking about, yes, wrong type of ice. Master Gawa says Leon does some of his streams with my friend, the great boobalicious VTuber Cinevere, daughter of the Donkey Slayer, as his co-host. They are both very based and fans of your show. Well, that's awesome. Thank you for that, Master Gawa.
Thank you, based daughter of Donkey Slayer.
Game Master says Diddy Piker needs to go back to gooning on Arizmagold with Ultimate Gooning Lord Danny Clancy. S.A. Lena is unbanned and no one is surprised at all. Yeah, the elite, we saw that story. Listen, we know Twitch is a mess. It's disgusting. Dr. T.S. King says betting markets have a 60-40 on Tim Walz getting elected. They have been more accurate than any other predictor. That's crazy.
Holy crap. Craig, I got a few as well here, if that's okay.
Yeah, please.
All right, perfect. Mercenary for $1. What they're doing with the daycare centers over there in Minnesota, they're doing the same thing here with the homeless with fraud.
Mm-hmm.
Hippie Tree Hugger came in for 500 kicks. Independent journalists are doing what the MSM refuses to do because of political affiliation. Journalism expose the truth, not push propaganda. Bentley guy for $10. Ah, yes, I remember the Leering Center. That's where Ilhan Omar and her brother tied the knot. The rumor is that they gave out green cards to their guests as a thank you gift. Hashtag
Jeez.
Montez. Oh my God, too funny. Reese Kane for $2. Read the Nick Shirley video. I have to agree with Kershaw on that the Somalis were only trained on a limited amount of English phrases, and how "you're racist" is a magic way to ward away whitey. Just don't fall for it, folks. I mean, I've got the brown card, so it's easier for me, but like, just don't do it. If they call you racist, who cares? Sunderstealer for $5. When I went through major double ankle fusion surgeries while having a major bleeding disorder when I was younger, I couldn't get disability for even a month. Just the wrong color or religion, I guess. That's fucking horrible. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Mike Spiked came in for $10. I was a foster parent in LA, so my house was licensed as in-home daycare. I got audited every year, even in Slacker LA. Also, I only got paid for the kid I had, not how many kids I could have.
That's a good point too, actually.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Sal the hamster for $2. When the Fox Zoo is back on, ask her about Maine. A guy ripped off the state Medicare system to run as the warlord of Jubaland. CIA must be jealous. Got Marmalin for $10. The problem isn't do nothings while they deaf are there. The other issue is activists is all hell judges that stop everything being done as well. For fuck's sake, one in Minnesota let go one of the fraudsters. Mercenary for $1. There will not be any midterms by February. I am calling it martial law by the U.S. military being the police enforcement at this point.
Oh man, I'm sure that'd go over well.
Way too black-pilled for me. Nah.
Yeah,
I don't think we go that far. Maybe localized. Maybe.
Whistler V for $10. Did y'all happen to catch the part where many of these fraudulent companies are also donating to Act Blue? Their words of power are losing their magic. Racist, sexist, and homophobic are no longer insta-kills and are being rebalanced due to overuse.
That is actually true. Several of the donations, several of the payments were then funneled back to Democrat representatives and elected officials. And I saw some of the rolls and the highlights from that too. So yeah, they cycled the money back to the Democrats.
God. And for now, I'll just do this last one here. White Wolf 777 for $2. The next time you don't have enough money, remember, NVIDIA, the government, and Somalian pirates are taking your money.
Thanks, White Wolf. Stacy B says, no, well, I mean, DHS ICE is here. Okay, sorry. YouTube won't let me spell it out. Tag to next thing. Thank you, Stacy. Appreciate that. Sorry, I thought you were talking about just the ice on the ground. But, and Dragon Zord came in and says, hey, hello, all. Pretty sure this is my first super chat, but wanted to say I played Expedition 33 recently, and it's incredible. Anyone hating on it for its use of AI is sad and soy. Dragon Zord, thank you very much for your first super. We greatly appreciate that. And congratulations on finding the new game that you like. That's great. Okay, we'll get to the rest of your supers, direct donations, and Rumble rants here, but we've been talking in depth about this Nick Shirley story throughout the day. So let's lighten it up a little bit. And yes, let us lighten it up and do something we haven't done in a long while. I wish Blabs was here because right now it's time for the MrBeast files. All right. Listen, I know, Mitsu, that was very confusing why we have an intro dedicated to MrBeast, but yes, we do.
You're about to find out.
You're about to find out. Now, MrBeast, there's a number of stories here. One is hilarious, and one could actually put him in a little hot water. Let's start with the hot water one first and foremost, as this comes from the MrBeast Insights X handle. It says, MrBeast Gaming has introduced a new banner that gives you a chance to win a free gaming computer if you subscribe. This change was made 1 to 2 days ago, which means it's too early to know if they've seen any subscriber boost. Are you subscribed? Now, this is what the banner looks like. I have actually confirmed this on the MrBeast Gaming page itself. It is right there. There it is. It's still there, ready to go. On the surface, I mean, that sounds like a pretty good deal. I mean, if you subscribe, you could potentially win a computer. What do you guys think?
It's gambling. This is what we got yelled at on Twitch like 10, 12 years ago that we weren't supposed to fucking do.
Correct, because this technically does break the terms of service on YouTube, as acted by Roberto Blake over here, smart cat over there. It says, yes, it technically violates YouTube's, this is Grok saying, violates YouTube's fake engagement policy by incentivizing subscriptions through financial gain, which can artificially inflate metrics. Official rules don't explicitly ban it, but common interpretations and guides adverse advice against requiring sub for entries. So here's another thing. Will anything happen to MrBeast gaming channel here?
No.
That one's a no.
No. These rules for thee, but not for me in this situation. Speaking of his gaming channel, he's a hardcore video gamer, you know? So hardcore video gamers play Minecraft. And he released a new video here. He says, we went all out on my new gaming video right here. And there's peace and war. It was 1,000 players simulate civilization boys versus girls here. So a boys versus girls situation.
Monetized Lord of the Flies?
So random.
Okay, how do you think that went?
Oh, horribly. It had to have gone horribly. I don't know what happened, but that's my prediction.
The video has almost over 13.5 million views on it right now. Wow. It's number 11 trending on gaming, uploaded 2 days ago. But there's just one problem, is that, I think I'd like to read this off and to get Kay's impression of this. This is coming from Savvy Gamer. She is a girl, I believe. I was in this event. Please keep in mind that we only had 3 to 6 hours of server time each day. The girls' side fell apart for some reason. This is
shocker.
Okay. Number one, we unironically had Russian guys using AI images and deepfakes to cheat their way onto the girls' side and then just start mass murdering every girl they could see. This went on for IRL days out of the week-long competition. Number two, these guys left signs around our side of the map with swastikas and sexist messages.
This is quickly turning into bully hunters.
Classic gamer energy right here.
Right.
Are they going to close a pool next?
One girl on our side independently looked into the socials of these quote-unquote girls who are murdering the other girls and found their YouTube channels and reported it to staff. I think it's important to note that there wasn't even a way for us to report things in the Discord server until she and the other girls mass ping staff, blah, 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 blah.
Oh my God, crybabies.
Wow. I'm not sure it was confirmed, but there are also reports of girls selling their accounts to guys as well, so guys could sabotage the girls.
Wow. So much for the sisterhood, right?
Well, here you go. The girls' side had trans girls on it. There's nothing wrong with this.
Except
after it became common knowledge that there were Russian guys pretending to be girls. And how do you know they are pretending to be girls? Let's just be real.
You can't vet that. You have no idea. What if they really
because
feel
they
that
said
way?
the word trans. I mean, so that is pretend. Exactly that.
They were all these Russian guys. They were just they identified that day for there. That's good. And rumors of girls selling their accounts to guys. A lot of girls began reporting targeting our trans girlies as infiltrators just because of the pitches of their voice. Penises. And it started this huge fight on the girls' side about transphobia and such.
As that always goes.
So many girls died to traps set by fake girls. It took the staff days to look into it, determine if those traps were set by fake girls or real girls. I'm sorry. This is pointed out by Grit over on X. There were fake girls on our team.
Can't say that.
Can't say
Very
that.
woke of you.
No. So here we go. So many girls died by the fake girls. It took the staff days. Blah blah blah. These girls who returned had next to no time to prepare for war, much less to make connections, alliances with fellow girls. And there we go. I don't know.
How do you do, fellow girls?
Right. So this is such a great metaphor for this entire thing, where if you scroll back up here, her number 5 point, the girls' side had trans girls on it. There's nothing wrong with that, except where it was exploited, and these other guys who said they were girls for that day decided that they wanted to murder the other girls. Except for that. So
this show really has a fraud permeating theme today.
Yes,
You notice that?
Yeah.
I just think that's so funny. And yeah, it's not a problem until it's a problem, right? You're almost pointing out the things that we've been saying all along about men LARPing as women and the dangers there, right?
Almost as if we've been calling this out for a while, and the dangers that is. You said it right. I saw this and thought, kind of tame. Kind of tame compared to this. Like, you think that any of these girls in this Minecraft lobby would have lasted? I always go back to the Call of Duty lobbies in 2007, right? They would have been shunned out of playing Call of Duty at any point in time.
All of it, like even Marvel Rivals is still kind of like that. Not to the same glory days of the Call of Duty lobby, but they couldn't handle a modern lobby either. They were like crying that they couldn't find a way to report people for saying sexist things. Like, come on. Oh my, everyone's so soft now, man.
Well, the boys won.
Wow, I'm so shocked to hear that one.
The boys won, as wouldn't you know it, the girls were infiltrated by boys, and the boys did what they needed to do to win, which should be the moral of the story always. So, yes. Congratulations, MrBeast. You'll never win, despite you winning constantly. You'll never be able to win. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. So there you go. That is the MrBeast story. Was that a little lighter for you, Mitsu?
I was light.
That was a feel-good story, to be honest.
Some feel-good fraud for your Monday morning.
Feel good fraud right there. All right, we'll get
normal fraud.
Just normal fraud. We need to get to this Stranger Things story here because it's just amazing. But first, Marius came in and says, post-Christmas Montez. Yes, it is. We did hit our full 20 goal. How great is that? Hey, Mitsu, how about you pick a number between 1 and 9?
7.
One of my favorites. Classic right there. I do have one more Montez goal. That is good for any and all supers instead of just the yellow. So maybe we can finish up with a double Montez to coming back from the holiday break. Little Caesar says, Nick Shirley is a real journalist. He needs to be protected at all costs, and Nick needs to keep speaking the truth. 100%. Mercenary says, the boxer who broke Jake Paul's jaw just died in a car.
Are we sure it was the same guy?
That was Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dr. T is King says arrested, not elected. Sorry about that, Dr. T. And all right, we'll get to the rest of your supers here in just a second, real fast. Tenarian says, don't worry, Kay. I never cared about being called racist. My first interaction with a black kid ended up me booting him through a classroom door. He was adopted from Haiti and was picking on random kids, and as new kids often do. We became friends later, though. Thank you, Tenarian, for your story.
You're on a journey of your own, sir. That's amazing.
That's how that always works.
All right. Let's get to this whole thing with Stranger Things. I have not watched Stranger Things since the first season. Once they became like, I don't know, adults with 2 kids of their own, I kind of lost interest, I would say. Like the whole Goonies idea, that's the way it was first described to me. It's Goonies from the 80s, right? And I watched the first season. It was fine, but nothing really drew me back for season 2. But it's gone on for 5 seasons now, for many, many years at this point. And the big culmination is happening right now, Phoenix. Did you hear about the culmination and what happened in Stranger Things?
Yeah. This I did see the scene in question, and I think it's like right at. I don't want to give any spoilers or whatever. I think it's Right at the end is like the shit's really hitting the fan and the bad creatures or whatever are looming. And you know what? Instead of doing battle plans, it's time to just reflect on our own sexuality.
That's right. That's right. Because during this intense moment, Will strikes an emotional chord. A pivotal character opening up about being queer on a show as massive as Stranger Things feels seismic and oddly like a culmination of a long journey. Being queer, in other words, is sort of a superpower. And this season, a boy who previously stared wistfully out of the windows, waiting for life to begin, is now actually living it. I mean, that's like about as propagandist as you can possibly get right there. Like, hey, you need to be gay. It's a superpower, kids. It's a superpower. They literally said that right there.
What is the superpower of being a guy that sucks dick? I don't understand.
You got that good gluck. That's all.
Sorry,
I guess so.
The what? The good the what?
The good gluck.
Oh, okay, that's good.
The quadruple G.
That's good. That's wonderful. I wasn't familiar with the triple G, but now we know. This has been pointed out several times, but I thought this guy really lays this out pretty strongly, similar to how you did, Phoenix, here.
Will coming out to tell everybody that he's gay in the middle of a save the world or else we all die type of conversation has to summarize where we are as society. Because what are we talking about, bro? Who cares? The world is ending. We're going to die whether you're gay or not. We're going to die. Or we can figure this out. But you telling us that you don't like girls don't solve anything right now. This is what I be talking about with these Hollywood agendas that they be pushing, bro. Because what are we talking about? He's sitting there saying, I got something very important to tell y'all. I'm thinking it's something about Vecna. He's talking about Vecna knows my weaknesses, so I have to share it. I'm gay. Is Vecna homophobic? Because what is Vecna gonna do with that information? I don't understand it. I truly don't understand it because it literally could have been left out. It really could have been. It was such pointless and useless information that we already knew. We already assumed. We already been peeping the way you've been looking at Mike. We already been peeping, the way you be moving, bro. We already been peeped at. So the fact that they dedicated 20 minutes of an episode for him to tell us that he don't like girls, bro, all
right. So yes, listen, being gay is super a big deal. As highlighted by, I don't know if you guys saw this, we're going to go back 5 years. June 1st, 2020, from the Stranger Things writer here, the Stranger Things writers room account. These are the people who write the show. And you can see it right here. To our LGBTQIA plus fans, it's okay to be scared to come out. It's okay if you're still figuring yourself out. It's okay to be open and loud and proud. This is 5 years in the making. The culmination of Stranger Things is a gay character.
Yes. So if the world is ending and an evil entity is going to threaten mass destruction and has the ability to turn your deepest, darkest secrets against you and your loved ones, truly, if you are gay, that is the very worst thing, according to the Stranger Things writers, that you can possibly be.
Well, I'll tell you this. It's amazing to see because I know that if this dude came out in the 80s, it would not have been responded the way it was in the show because they're all like, oh, they're giving him hugs. It's a very 2025 way of him telling him that he likes to have penis, whereas if it was like in AI or like I saw a video of a guy did a realistic representation of it from if he had come out in the 80s and people were like, you F or whatever, you're so gay or whatever.
They'd just be like, shut up, Momo Claus. We got to go save the world.
Right. It's just like, ew, gross. Like, it was so funny to kind of see. So anyways, man.
Have you guys seen that scene? Like, honestly, if you put lube up your asshole and sat on a 10-inch dildo, it would be far less gay than that fucking writing. Did you see that abysmal scene? It's like an after-school special. It's
bad.
where one person gets up after them. It says something like, "I've got your back," whatever the hell it is. Like, "I've got your back. I won't forget you," or some shit. It was terrible. You pay for why are you all paying for this? Please unsubscribe from Netflix now, please. Thank you.
Did everybody forget about cuties? Get off of Netflix forever.
I asked Grok to rewrite the Will Byers comes out scene to better reflect the 1980s time period. Check this out.
Hi, everyone. I am a gay homosexual.
Ew.
Sick.
Sorry, it's just so stupid. It's so stupid.
What are you going to go fuck the bad guy? What are you going to do with this information?
Bro, what are you even talking about?
Honey, I don't think now is the best time for an announcement like that.
Hope you didn't want grandkids, Mom, because this queen thinks girl parts are icky. Dude, you like other guys? Nasty, dude. Correction, I like you, specifically. Hot stuff.
How is telling us this going to help us beat Vecna?
Gonna stick my Stranger Thing in Vecna's upside down until he gets AIDS. Fabulous! All right.
Sorry.
All right, I had it right. Okay.
Vecna's just knitting a blanket like, oh, God damn it, he got me.
It's the most awkward finale ever. It's just him bent over and fucking him for until the credits roll. Just uncomfortable ending.
Just looking at the screen, giving a middle finger, like get the camera.
Wait, I'm out. Yeah, me too.
Damn.
Sissy rainbow magic.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
I will never, ever understand white people.
Me neither, bud. Me neither.
Oh, it's funny. You know what's funny? It is. It's good. Oh my God. All right. Little update here. Thank you for this. I actually had this pulled up as well. A little update on the big story, the Nick Shirley story here. This is from Colin Rugg. Thanks for this, Mitsu. DHS is now on the ground in Minnesota going door to door at suspected fraud sites. The announcement was made by Christy Nome. They're going in. Homeland Investigation ICE are on the ground in Minneapolis. People deserve answers on how their taxpayer money is being used and arrests when abuse is found.
They had to act fast after those videos because if they waited until the new year, they could easily fill the daycare centers with bodies. And how do you verify that those are children, the proper children, that the children were there before, that the children were there after when you've got everybody cooking the books? So they had to move in now. It was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
All right, little white pill moment, a little bit of hope.
A little bit. That's good to see. Good to see. There is one lady who is really, really upset about this, and she actually has reason to go here. We have this lady here.
So this is Quality Learning Center. I meant to say
Turns
Quality
out she was
Learning
right.
Center.
Don't open
They said
She was a day early.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, there you go. There you stinking go. Well, yeah, a little white pill. That's exciting.
Step
to
in the
see.
right direction.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. Hold on. Let's do another quick follow up here. We have more. Tim Walt's daughter is now furiously accusing MAGA of stoking violence for exposing Somali fraud. This is how people get hurt. I never thought it was going to be me. Let's see her what she has to say.
In the name of transparency, because I think that is what.
Then we probably should know where that money's going and how many kids are in the daycares in the interest of transparency and where the money is going. Just, you probably don't want to open up your video about in the interest of transparency when you're not transparent at all. But sorry, just.
In the name of transparency, because I think that is what people appreciate about me and my content. And it's something that I'm really proud of and stand by. And think is important regarding posting on the internet. I'll be honest and saying having the entire right-wing infrastructure launch a hate and bot campaign against you and your family really sucks.
Boring.
In
God,
the interest of
so
transparency, here's a
boring.
crazy line about right-wingers.
Isn't
Like,
it
what?
amazing that like anytime it's obviously a bot campaign, obviously, you know,
Yeah,
it's
it has to be the
posturing.
bots.
It's oh gosh,
it's the same line,
Especially because I'm a private citizen. Like I pay my rent, I work multiple jobs. I do my thing as a private citizen. And then like having an extreme amount, like overwhelming amount of like DMs and
hold up. Have you seen the house her dad lives in? The mansion that he lives in?
No, what he living?
Well, he's living pretty dang good. And the fact she's working double jobs, that should tell you everything you need to know about daddy's economy. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe she can get a job at a daycare.
They pay pretty well.
emails just like peddling propaganda and like pushing agendas is hard because I
Sorry, syncing up.
don't have anything to do with anything. And I guess with this administration and
Stop
at this point in
futzing with
time,
your hair. She's driving me nuts. I'm sorry. She keeps futzing around with her hair. It's very annoying. I just want to shit in their household and get everyone sick.
Phoenix is a biological weapon now.
I really
am.
am. Just love it.
It's her voice
hell.
that annoys me. You know, when women do this thing, guys actually do it now too, young Zoomers. When they do this thing where at the end of their sentence, they raise their voice like this every time, it drives me up a wall.
Oh, like it's a question and they have to say something because they're not sure, but it's not actually a question. It's like vocal fry. There you go.
Well, there we are.
What is it? She's complaining about how she's getting all these DMs. I hate to tell you this, my friend. If you don't want to get this kind of smoke, don't be in where the fire is, because you going out there and putting that target out on you, you're already admitting that you're part of his campaign, that you believe in what he believes in. You're already trying to get that kind of fight riled up. Don't tell me that you're not going out there looking for nothing when you're starting something.
Well, we'll see if anything actually comes of this. I think it's interesting to see them actually going out and doing something about this. That excites me. It does. So
Yeah, no, listen, if you're working all those jobs, shouldn't you be angry that your tax money is going to fucking bullshit potentially
Yes.
here? I mean, like, that's the whole, like, everything she said was mouth vomit. I don't like these people.
Yeah.
Lots of mouth vomit. And you would know.
She probably thinks she has a campaign lined up for her too, like Pelosi's daughter.
All right, Game Master came in and says, I would cancel my subscription, but record of Ragnarok must be seen to the end. Last super to give for today, ladies and gents. Well, thank you, Game Master. Appreciate your support, my dude. That is outstanding. And hey, I get it, buddy. Retro Meister says, it's cringe stuff like this that I'm so grateful to have grown up with Erie, Indiana, Goosebumps, and Are You Afraid of the Dark? So weird, and Gravity Falls.
Good
Did a little fun fact? R.L. Stein, who made Goosebumps, did I tell you when I was a kid, I walked up to him and called him a hack and told him to sign my book as hack in my elementary school?
Oh shit! Did we just become best friends?
Yeah. I literally asked him. I went, I need you to sign this as your true name, Hack. I was like 8.
You're one
garbage
of one,
writer.
Wow.
One of one.
Oh.
Retromeister says YouTube is blocking any comment I make from coming through on the video, even with the super thanks. Payment shows up, but not the comment. I guess YouTube doesn't like me being active on here with comments. Well, thank you, Retromeister. Consider being active over on Plus. Which, by the way, quick reminder, today's the final day. I know it's post-Christmas. I get it. Like, we're all kind of tight right now. I get it. We spend a lot of money on kids and family and stuff like that. But if you'd like to support the show, support what we got going on here, use promo code XMISS25. That is the letter X, miss like Christmas 25, and get 50% off a Plus membership for the entire year of 2026 today. And you get access to all the things we got coming up, including coming up on Thursday, where Blabs is going to be playing one of the most popular platforming games of the last 10, 15 years, Celeste. We're going modern with Blabs versus this time around. So please join us over there. All right, Kay, what do you got for some supers?
or for
Ooh, I got
your
some
pin
fun
stuff?
stuff here. Let's do
Oh,
it.
good.
First of all, we've got Whistler V for $1. Oh no, not hate and bots. We should have gotten them all fired and debunked instead. The Cynical Crusader for $1. The whole lore of Stranger Things now is that Vecna made Will gay. What? He stuck that tentacle in Will's mouth in season 5, episode 1 during the flashback scene, and since then started a journey of dick discovery. Wow, I've missed some stuff. I only watched season 1. Equestrium Wild came in for $5. We got here because modern writers got their audiences by writing cringe fan service fan fiction, and current day publishers won't look at new writers if they don't already have an audience. True. Let's see. We got Bentley Guy for $10. I guess Will's superpower is not having a gag reflex. Hashtag Montez.
Pretty good.
Good. Sunderstiller for $10. Just want to thank you guys for the show this year. Crowder and Side Scrollers are my favorite shows, and that's a high bar to clear, in my opinion. Thank you, and God bless.
Thanks,
God
brother.
bless you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
On a quick side note, real fast. I just want to. I don't know if this is a grenade or not, but I posted this over on X. This is strictly a what if. We've talked about this internally a little bit, but I just posted this over on X. As what if we did this? A Side Scroller's house in Texas, the team in one place, in-person shows every day, way more content for Plus, YouTube, and Rumble. And I think we all agree creativity moves faster when you're building together, not through online calls. Look at Phoenix shaking his head right here. I think, we're all on board. So it's just so fucking expensive.
Oh, and there's insurance, you name it. Yeah, but hey, if and or when, amazing things can happen with that. When you have the energy of everyone in the same room, totally different than when you're separate.
I agree. I 100% agree. Go ahead, Kay.
Awesome, will do. Well, 2 of them would even go into the system because I guess it offended it. I don't know. So let me get to those here. Commodore Fan 64 for $5. I was born half blind / deaf and with a heart issue. There are no real fixes. Can't drive, but because I'm white, single, and choose to work to not starve, I get jacked from the gov. Be self-sufficient, folks. That's horrible. I'm so sorry.
Damn.
Real quick, ST0 brings up a good point. We should just get the house and just call it a daycare.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Nicholas Miguel says, no, G&G already tried that, Craig. Listen, with all due respect to G&G, we're not geeks and gamers. With all due respect to them. I was at that house, and we would not use the house like they would. With all due respect to Jeremy and all those guys over there, we are not geeks and gamers. We appreciate them. We value them. We're their buddies, but we would do things totally differently. And I think that you've seen that over the course of the last, year or so, 2 years or so. So.
Mercenary came in for $1. I was pirating this show so Netflix couldn't get my money. Now, thanks to this, I will not even bother. This is so dead to me that was only 1 season and the rest is China. Knock off. Saint D12 for $10. Phoenix, try holding back diarrhea for 9.5 hours.
Wow.
Happened to me in November. Oh my God.
Try holding it back for 9. How about not being able to in front of 7 or 8 people on a plane for 2 hours and apologizing for your shit literally splashing into people's pants.
Saint,
That's why I'm eating my rice, by the way. I'm still trying to hold it back.
Saint, I just want to point out, dude, you're not you didn't have diarrhea. You just needed to poop. If you held it back for 9.5 hours, I think you just needed to poop a little bit. That's all.
Oh, God. Learning too much today. Commodore Fan 64 for $5. I'm more annoyed when these left-wing privileged bitches ramble on complaining because they can never be held responsible for anything going I don't know, etc. Annoying as fuck. Yes, I agree. Thank you. We had Mercenary come in for $1. Are you kidding me? Martial law is a white pill, and I can't wait for it. Zoon, I can't read. Two's nose for $10. If the independent journalists call the Somalis white, like the DC pipe bomber, will CNN cover the fraud?
Good callback.
The art school dropout for $10. As a white man who lived in Minneapolis in 2020, Minnesota nice is absolute bullshit. Other Midwest states are much more hospitable in general.
I don't trust anywhere, any region that tells me, oh, we're nice. Like people say, oh, the Southern hospitality and shit. Like, fuck you. You're wonderful people, but fuck you. I'd rather have somebody tell me what they feel about me and not like placate me and that shit like that. Minnesota nice is just like sociopath. Like we're just going to pretend like we're nice in front of your face and then treat you like shit behind your back.
Minnesota nice gets you Minnesota.
Great point.
Yes.
That's true. Base gamer for $2. Homesick with the flu, so watching live today. Craig, look at my tweet about you and pickles.
Okay. Thanks.
And mercenary for $1. And by here, I mean in California. And I tell you, Gavin Newsom is making the homeless issue worse to steal money for his Aunt Nancy Pelosi.
Are they related?
I don't know. That's news to me.
No, I don't think so.
And finally, for now, Reese Kane for $2 on multiple Discord servers. I took part in my annual tradition of the greatest Christmas movie ever, Santa Claus 1959, the best Mexican import ever. That is it.
All right. No, then we have. This is so funny. This is like when the Argentinians come in and dropping major bombs for 69 cents. Mr. Saku Retro Gaming says, have my Argentinian pesos. The new podcast, Scat Scrollers, deserves every peso I have. That is 69 cents of support. And you know what? We appreciate that. Thank you for that, Argentinian pesos.
Also, thank you for that time that we took $20 billion and flipped it to make an extra $2 billion on top of that for supporting your economy. Thank you, Argentina.
There you go. It's good. Dustin Grange over on X. This is apparently happening in real time. He says this guy trying to address the rampant fraud. They're talking about this on the Minnesota House floor, and he gets laughed at.
There are fraudsters. I'll wait for the laughs to subside. There are fraudsters who are watching what we're doing right now. And they're looking to see how we react to the pervasive and systemic fraud that is occurring within our state. And you know what's so sad about it is how they use compassion as a guise for their corruption. You go through the list of corrupt and fraudulent acts here in the state. You got Medicaid, folks who are struggling to pay their bills. You have Feeding Our Future, kids who are starving. You have child care assistance programs coming in at over $100 million. Families that can't get child care for their kids. You have New Way and frontline worker bonus pay.
You get the idea. He's not wrong. It's all under the guise of compassion, and that's ultimately, you said it, Phoenix. When you're Minnesota nice, you get Minnesota, right?
Why were they laughing? That was so weird.
Because they didn't believe him, and they
Taker
will.
says, I think I know the Stranger Things finale. Will confronts Vecna. Vecna points to Will and says, "You are gay." then everything explodes in the
So who is gay?
The Jed Stress says, young boy gets kidnapped by Vecna. He gets bad touched. Later comes out as, what did Netflix mean by this? Interesting. Introspect says, technically Vecna and the mind flayer are the reasons Will came out. And now those kids in the final season, they're getting that xenomorph treatment. Thank you, Introspect. John says, it's so that Vecna dies from cringe, obviously. Did you hear about that Ubisoft, Greg? Yeah, we're going to talk about that tomorrow for sure. Help Savior says, did y'all see the fact that Nick Shirley went back and forth and owned communist dog shark or communist Hassan because he was more upset at Nick trying to enter the daycare with cameras rather than upfront fraud in front of us. Yeah, Help Savior. We did hit on that earlier. Probably about an hour ago. Rod says, Will Common had the same energy as Ellie's scene. Also, Robin is lesbian, but did not make such a ruckus with this one. Kataka came in with says DHS is in Minnesota going to fraud sites following Nick Shirley story. Tim Pool posted on X. That's good news. It's good news. Mr. Big says, and this man was this close to being our vice president. Yeah. Uncle says, Meta, be unbelievably corrupt. No one will believe it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeti says, clearly she's hired the security. She's the hired security. Oh, you mean they do not? Yes, do not come out. Joe C says, just want to show the fact that I spent $2.99 a gallon here in Los Angeles. Hasn't been this low in 20 years. I love my president. Let's go $2.99 in LA. That's excellent.
Whoa.
Wow, that's spectacular, honestly. SD0 says, ripped to NASCAR driver Greg Biffle and his fan. I saw that too. Yeah, former NASCAR driver right there. Commodore fan says, PSA, we're all getting old, folks, and we need to learn to accept the limits of our body. Also, if you're struggling, please seek help. Thank you, Commodore fan. Gear says, please cherish your life side strollers. This is the same Nick Shirley who ratioed a son recently. I wonder if he done that to offline TV as a group. Thank you, Gear. Dr. T says, defrauding the Minneapolis people is worth more than the GDP in Somalia. This is also in Maine and the heart of darkness, California.
Yes, that is an objective reality number. We basically doubled the Somalian GDP.
Chico says, Jesus, Craig, reading is painful. I know. There you go. And we saw that. Thank you, Miner. All right.
And I've got one more, Craig. Sorry.
Ooh, great.
Mercenary for $1. No, Gavin is related by blood to Pelosi. Is even on the freaking wiki.
Fucking knew it. It's
wow.
There's something that you guys are going to learn about in the next couple of years. It's always the same families. Always the same families.
All right. Well, what a great way to finish. All right. Phoenix, you can finally finish your rice and go to the potty if you need to. I'm sure you're squeezing it hard.
Just about.
We got a few more coming in here. I'm just going to read them off. Mercenary for $1. Gas in San Diego premium is still $4.29 at the cheapest. Reg at $3.99, and this is Costco.
Fuck off. Ugh.
That's crazy. The art school dropout came up for $5. Not sure I heard this right, but isn't the Stranger Things character played by an actor that recently came out as gay after playing this character that I heard they kept writing for this moment? So the person came out gay in real life, and then they made the character gay in the show?
I think that I don't know if one led to the other, but I do believe he came out. I think that's true.
That's insane. All
right. Great place to wrap today. Kay, thanks for hanging out with us while Blabs got her PC fixed. Really appreciate that. And Mitsu, always a pleasure to have you on, my man. And
thank you for having me.
Great stuff. All right, guys. We will be back tomorrow when we're back at it again at 11 a.m. Central Time. Appreciate you guys popping in. Do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button on your way out. I would genuinely appreciate that. I do have a story for you guys tomorrow, which I can't wait to share with you regarding split fiction on the Switch. And look at this. Wolf and Wings came in with the $20 super chat right before the horn. And you know what? We do have one more Montez goal to finish. One more Montez. Phoenix, you pick a number between 1 and 9.
4.
Bitch! Montez!
You are racist.
The theme of the show. There it is. Theme of the show today. That must have been a Somali person talking to Nick Sorter about that. All right. Time to roll, guys. Appreciate you guys popping in. Find links to everybody down below. We will catch you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time. And until then, remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Do not let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Bye-bye.
Sup.
Okay, you say fatality.
Fatality.
Okay, and Phoenix, you poop down your leg. There you go. All right.